I hadn't hit the button
let me warm
yet.
up. Let me warm up now. Shut the fuck up already! You fucking moron! Are we live yet?
And welcome to the afternoon lobby. That was like right after I hit live.
Okay, I'll shut the fuck up.
That's okay.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up! Double action sucks, you fucking bitch! The fuck is wrong with you? Everyone knows that.
Dude, I saw a pretty nice commercial for the Saint in the new NRA magazine. I guess it was from last month or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, that's like the stuff they're talking about is like the features of it. It's like you're describing every AR. It's like it has a bird cage on the front, which is the best flash suppressor, blah blah blah. Also, I'm like, dude, everything has a bird cage unless you have something better. Like that's the most basic of them all.
Well, they're the way they won is because their shit is mid-length gas system, and there weren't a lot of like, I don't know. Well, let's say like when I first started doing research about ARs like 8 years ago, there was mil spec and commercial, and all they could tell you is like you don't want a commercial because that's like backyard Bubba shit. Like the parts don't fit, the bolt carrier's not the same, the buffer tube's not the same, and I think commercial was like Bushmaster and all these other lame fucking bullshits, right? And then there was mil spec, and that was like, oh, that was what you wanted. That was like Colt 6920s, and I don't know. There was very few options like that. You knew you were good to go. So the fact that we're over that hump, and now it's like I'm pretty sure everything's mil spec to some degree. Like even maybe the Ruger. Either way, mid-length gas system was like a bonus. You know what I'm saying? Like you wanted that, and there was very few options to get that unless you went high end like Daniel Defense or BCM. That's not even high end, but like mid-high.
More custom-ish type stuff.
Yeah, I guess like more of like a non. That's the other thing is
I'd put them middle.
Pistol guys know like Springfield Armory's name. People know Ruger, Springfield Armory, Colt, like the famous Smith & Wesson, the M&P Sport, and stuff like that. So the average consumer, they're not going to know what the fuck BCM is, or they might know what Daniel Defense is if they're reading magazines and stuff. Anyway.
Right, and I did find something interesting about the Saint, though. I did not know this. I don't know if it really matters. I've never had a problem with like my stuff, but it has a little adjustment screw underneath the pistol grip that like goes up and puts pressure on the rear takedown pin, and supposedly that's so you can have like better fitment between the upper and the lower.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So I mean that seems kind of neat, I guess, if you need it, but my fits together fine, and like the article was like, oh, that takes away the rattle, which is so prevalent in ARs or something. I'm like, I've never really heard of an upper and a lower rattling. I guess I've heard of fitment issues, but I didn't think it was a huge problem. Most people get stuff that fits together.
My Daniel Defense, when I bought it, was so bad. I sent it back, and they gave me a different upper. I mean, it was so bad that it was clocking. And they were saying, like, well, and when I called them, they were like, well, it's not a big deal. It's not going to affect accuracy because your sights are on the upper and your optic is on the upper. And, like, as long as those sights are aligned, it won't make a difference. But, dude, I could clock the fucking sights left and right from the way I was gripping the rifle. So it was enough that, Jesus Christ, I wouldn't. It'd be at least an MOA off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could see the sight, and if you had your red dot, like you could see it wiggling left or right depending on how you were moving your support hand. So, I think that's bullshit. I know where a lot of people are like, it doesn't really fucking matter. Yeah, for the most part, it doesn't, because they all move a little tiny bit. They all have a little bit of room. But when you get that stacking tolerance, that's all the way to the one side's the other and this side's this way, and it's a fucking shit show. You know what I mean? Like, that's lame. So I give Daniel Defense credit because they quickly were like, oh yeah, that's unacceptable. We'll give you a new upper. This was like 5 years ago. So yeah, you adjust that screw. That's also a way that they might be getting away with like sloppy, quality control.
Right.
Like,
oh yeah, and that's that I thought that too. The way it's like, it fixes a problem which is so common in AR. So it's like if you get one and then you're like, what? This is all rattly. It's like, oh, that's common. Like almost everyone's does this, but mine has a fix.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, is that you'd want the company to have a guy who's doing them, like complete rifles, like putting them together, just the upper and the lower, and if it's a fucking goddamn rattle trap and you're clocking your sights or clocking left and right and shit, that you'd want to, it would be very easy to throw that lower or throw that upper in the back in the batch and find one that
Grab
fits
a new one.
It's
Yeah.
it's all about stacking tolerances. That's all it is.
But I mean, I got my stuff separate. I have a spikes lower and a PSA upper, and it fits together fine.
Yep, and my BCM fit together fine, and then I sold my Daniel upper and bought a BCM upper for that one, and the BCM upper on the Daniel lower was super tight. You know what I mean? It was so fucking tight that it's one of those things where you kind of have to like hammer out the takedown pins or something, like really work the takedown pins out.
Right. It mentioned that in the article too. It was like, don't over adjust this because then, you need a hammer to take the takedown pin out. So I guess you can just crank that screw on so much that it.
One of my ARs is like that, really tight. You need to, really work to get the pin out. And my BCM and Stag lower is like perfect. And then my BCM and Jack lower, it has a little bit of loose, but not anything that I'd worry about. So I got like all 3 levels, well, besides super rattly.
But anyways, I found that to be a interesting article. But you definitely it read as a commercial. They actually had 2 different articles in the magazine about it. What the heck? Oh, that's why. I'm like, it's be really quiet. Well, DB left. I was waiting for him to respond. Anyways, but yeah, so I am alive and stuff.
Have you taken any painkillers? Do you need any?
No, it's not that bad. Although I'm finding right now as I lay on the couch, because I'm laying on my left side like I normally do, this may be a problem.
Is Raph trying to sell you narcotics over the live chat?
I don't have any.
You need any painkillers?
Any painkillers? Painkillers?
Yeah. Just take some ibuprofen. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it's not that, like I said, it's not that bad. I was still, like I said, walking around the rest of the day. That happened, I don't know, early afternoon, and we didn't get out of the plant until 1:30 that night. So I was there for like another 12 hours after it.
You all got it done?
Sure. There's more work that needs to be done, but like, okay, so we did some stuff that was supposed to improve, certain aspects of the thing. And what we did worked. However, because now the system's working better. A problem that was pre-existing that we didn't know about is now worse because the stuff's like the exhaust fans are working better. So the little bit of leakage is now a lot of leakage of the air. So we have to go back and they're going to do some changes and, fix something that's been messed up for the past 5 years. It's just, like I said, it was only like a little messed up. Now it's a lot messed up. So, well, it's a never-ending project. Every time you do fix something, something else gets messed up. But, oh well.
Oh, well.
Oh, swell. So, yeah, other than that, I mean, that's all my other days at work were freaking long hours. And then by the time you go and, like, got some dinner or something, or it's like, holy crap, man, I didn't have time to jump on the internet at all.
I don't know if anything happened exciting.
Yeah, I figure it's probably same old stuff.
One of my local shops says an AR-10 from Knights Armament for $4,700.
Wow. How the heck did I pull that off? I had 31 videos published in December.
Did one every day.
Well, I did the lobbies, but I had
Did one
weekends
twice.
off and stuff. And then the end of the whole last week of December, I didn't do anything. I think my last chat was on like the 24th or something. I don't know, whatever. I'm just doing my end of the month review here. Not too shabby. Yeah, all my videos are about the same as far as average views and minutes and all that. Damn, so I'm not getting more people to watch my stuff. I just posted more this month. Oh well. Save that.
You're getting the analytics.
Yeah.
Scramlytics.
Not analytics.
Analytics. Analytics.
Lobby link. Lobby link.
Welcome to the lobby.
I got Scar 17. It's only $2,800.
Only $2,800.
Scar 17H.
Is that the 308 or is that just the 556?
308.
Okay, well,
All right. Let me look through this stuff here. I got a thing from NRA, and there's
And a
all
pub.
this stuff. They're giving away a bunch of things.
They're giving
yeah,
away
I just renewed my subscription to the NRA today, but I stayed with the $10 level because I'm cheap.
I like the magazine, so whatever that one is.
I mean, I gave him a subscription last year, and I also pitched in like $20 to the what was it, the Freedom Challenge or whatever it was, where that one company was matching your donations. So I gave him $20 last year. So
Well, all right. Well, I'm not mailing the thing in, so I don't need that. I might go to the website though. I'm just looking. I just glanced at it and see what they're doing.
Hey, Night Strike.
hey, what's up?
With the $10 membership to NRA, can you still get into their events like
Yeah,
gun shows?
They give you a card and everything.
Cool. I'm there.
So you just don't get the magazines. All it is just you're an associate member, but it's $10 a year. I can do that.
I can do that too.
I mean, if you want a link, I can give you a link, which helps me out. So
I already got the thing. Oh, but you get a
Yeah, it helps him out like a referral thing or whatever.
like a referral thing, yeah.
cool link away.
All right, let me log into my account.
I mean, it is one of those things. It's like, all right, so I'm reading this letter, and it's like, I've never been more proud to call you my friend than I was on the night of November 8th. Okay, what if you say so? And then it's like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, but now we're facing the gun ban army that's more dangerous than ever. It's like, no matter what happens, we need more money. We got to fight. And I know there is a fight coming. I'm not denying that, but I wish it was more a positive thing of saying like, hey, now we have a chance to actually make some positive changes instead of we still need to be on defense against the anti-gunners. It's like, no, I wish this letter came saying, hey, dude, oh, here's my thing. Like, now is our best chance than ever to get back all the stuff that was taken from us. But no, they're just saying, well, now's a chance to play defense some more. It's like, no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
All right, so where's my old NRA card? Dude, this one's like cheaper. What the fuck? My 2016 is like a nice hard plastic and like smooth. And this one's like,
Made in China.
well, it's like cardboard. It's kind of glossy, but what the
Probably
shit?
Russia.
Why is this?
Maybe it is a Russian card.
And it doesn't have the expiration date.
You're a member forever.
Well, no, I go year by year for now.
I thought you were lifetime.
I'm not a life member yet, no. I kind of think they have to earn life membership, although I've been considering it so that I can vote for the board. Not that I know many of the people, but I know Tim Kaine and oh my God, what was the other guy? Sean Maloney? They've both been on We Like Shooting at times, and they seem like good peoples. So I'd vote for them. But I mean, the board has like 5 million people, so.
Yeah.
Ooh, what can I get here? Let's see.
You don't have to get me anything.
If you sign up for a 1 year, you get an NRA hand sharpened folding Skinner knife. 2 years, an exclusive cell phone solar power bank. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that sounds like.
3 years, an NRA Sherpa stadium blanket. I don't need a stadium blanket. Can I do 2 2s instead of a 3? A 5 year, you get a 1300 lumen zoom flashlight.
There. That one, Roth.
All right.
Just
Cool.
use that. Just use that one, because It's $10. I mean, you can afford that. I can afford that. I mean, I did that just so I could give them extra money last year, just to, fight the good fight.
And then a lifetime membership, you get an NRA Signature Series excursion bag. It kind of looks like a backpack, but it's got a handle that pulls up, so maybe it's like a roller backpack kind of thing. I guess it's bigger than a backpack, but it's not quite big enough to be like a full suitcase, like a carry-on suitcase kind of thing.
Yeah, but how much are you paying for membership for that?
Well, that's a lifetime membership.
Yeah, I mean, what's lifetime going for these days? What, $5,000, something like that?
Not even close.
I don't know what it is. I haven't looked at lifetime.
Like 1,500.
Oh yeah, sure. Let me get my wallet out.
I'm just saying, dude. I mean, fuck.
I'm just saying too. What the hell? Yeah, $15 is dropping the $1,500 is dropping the bucket. I can go get an M1A for that price.
Well, to some people it might be, but here's the thing too, and that's, I know you're looking at it compared to a $10 a year thing, but the the regular, like if you did it once a year, that's $40. So, fuck, man, if you do it for 10 years, you're at 4,000.
Yeah, but
right? No, 400. 400. Never mind. I had an extra zero.
Let's put it this way: I'm 33 right now. If I live to be like 90 years old, okay. If I live to be 90 years old, and I still have my guns and they haven't been, confiscated or, taken away by the government because of ultra liberals. I don't know. If I'm still paying the $10 a year, I might as well, because still that's what? It's $60 more.
Hey, G-Web's just mentioned, I don't know if you're in the chat, but he can hook you up with an NRA Life membership for just $3,500. That's $1,500 off.
All right.
Because in your mind it's 5,000, so you're actually saving money.
Right.
What the fuck? I got a text message. Who the hell text messaged me?
Sorry about that.
Did you come home today? Oh, yeah, I'm home right now.
I'm a member now.
Good man. They'll send you a card and stuff in the mail later. So, but they have it they have it set up to where if you have your membership number, you can log in and actually print out a membership. So if you wanted to go to like NRA show, you can.
Oh, and somebody liked my picture on Instagram. Oh, sweetie. I'm Margaret Vendela. Do you want my ass? Also, you can fuck me. If you want, please tap here.
It's a dude, right?
Okay, that's a dude. That is a dude. It's got to be.
No, it's a fucking
dude.
It's a dude.
It's a porn bot. I mean, come on.
It's a dude.
It's not a dude.
No, it's totally a dude who is managing several porn bots at the same time.
What the hell?
So it's totally a dude.
Seriously, G-Webs? What the hell? Let's just say that.
What did G-Webs do this time?
He knows. That was a little insider information. Not everything needs to know.
All right, but if it's like the teddy bear joke, you got to tell me.
Nothing like that. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Life is a mystery. It's
Eh.
for Madonna.
Oh God, don't go there.
Walther Creed is available at the online store for my gun store.
I don't know. Do you need one? You've got that nice Beretta 92S.
I'm happy. But Walther Creed is cool.
So, what kind of carry
Yeah,
gun are you going to get?
What?
What kind of concealed carry gun are you going to get?
The Walther Creed?
You're actually going to get a Walther Creed?
Maybe later, but it's looking good. I like the PPQ and I like the PPX.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Is the Creed just like a renamed PPQ or something? Like it looks similar, but I didn't see it from all
Renamed
angles.
PPX.
Oh, it's the PPX renamed.
Yeah.
And more affordable, I think.
They were about the same price, the PPX and the Creed. Huh? Like 300, under 300.
It's 352.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, SHOT Show bingo.
No, at least in my store, the PPQ is 584. The Creed is 352.
The Creed is much better looking than the PPX was. PPX had a big old blocky slide.
I'm okay now. I like to look around and notice things when things come in and out of that store. Like they have a Taurus 92, which looks pretty good.
You know, the PT92, it's just like a Beretta 92.
It's a good looking handgun.
Though it's like the original 92 where it had the safety was on the frame. Whereas, you know, with the regular, more modern 92s, it's on the slide.
Yep. I'm also a member of my gun range now.
Oh.
Got privileges.
God damn it, I'm getting distracted. Okay.
So how's that AK running?
I haven't shot it yet.
What?
Busy.
What he said. What he said.
This weekend's gonna be the same. I got targets. I got ammo. Got almost everything, just except time.
That's wrong, man. That is wrong.
Mhm.
When are you going to take the stickers off the ammo can?
Oh, I didn't notice the stickers. Sound of freedom.
That freedom.
It's about 1,000 freedoms in there.
1,000. Wow. Watch out, California. You can't have that much freedom. Now you got to load that drum with those freedoms.
Already done. There's lots of freedom in those things.
All right.
How do I get this sticker off? Will Ramo will do it?
Matt's saying Night Strike, are you trying to say that a woman is not capable of running a bunch of Instagram porn bots? I'm triggered.
Yeah, that was pretty sexist of you.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm
It's a
going to say that because, I'm just that kind of asshole.
It's a guy.
It's totally a dude.
It's totally a dude, a fat guy, and some
A fat guy with a mullet because he's behind the times.
fat guy with mullet in somebody's basement. Basement.
Mm.
Parked or on a van by the river.
A van by the river. Doing it off of Wi-Fi.
Probably McDonald's Wi-Fi too.
Yeah, I could
Doesn't
see
even-
that.
Freedom.
So, question, Smeggy, are you a member of Gun Owners of America?
No, I'm not.
Okay, you're not a GOA member. What about you,
No.
Moon?
Yeah.
You're a GOA member.
Yes.
So, is it worth it to get the membership?
I don't know. Do you like guns?
Do you like
I
gun rights?
do. I do. I'm already an NRA member, so
Yeah, for $10.
Well, what do you want? What are you looking for? Swag?
no. I'm just asking.
Emails?
Aside from
Fight?
aside
Are they
from helping
good?
them
Are they
out,
a good group?
yeah,
They are
they a
definitely a
group?
good group.
Yes.
Definitely. That's the thing. Besides the NRA, I was kind of in between either Gun Owners of America or Second Amendment Foundation, and because of the actually, yeah, that's what you have just said. The Gun Rights Policy Conference. I signed up for a life membership of Second Amendment Foundation because they were doing a thing around the same time as the Gun Rights Policy Conference.
Because right now I'm torn between getting a membership from the NFA Freedom Alliance or the Gun Owners of America. I can't do both. I can only do.
That's an interesting toss-up. I mean, I like the NFAFA. That dude seems pretty darn cool. That was talking about suppressors and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. So I do like the Gun Owners of America for sure.
Because I can't join every group. I wish I could, but I'm only limited to being able to join a couple groups right now.
Well, that's and that's kind of what I do. Is I like the NRA. I mean, granted, they have some downsides, but they're the biggest and the most recognizable or whatever. So that's cool. And then I split up each year between some of the different organizations or maybe even the ILA, because technically the regular NRA is different than the ILA, and the ILA actually gets laws and stuff done. So I don't know. I kind of split my time up, but the Second Amendment Foundation, yeah, you can get a life membership pretty cheap. Yeah, that's what you have. $150. $150 for a life membership.
Yeah, but I'm not looking. I'm just looking to go just the single year.
Okay.
I'd rather play things by ear than going and paying for a membership I may or may not use.
Well, there's nothing to really use in a membership other than just, in my opinion, being a member.
Right. Well, no, I assume that they have some sort of meetings or some
And they're
sort.
kind of crackly. Yeah, I don't know if they have meetings or not. You get letters every once in a while that are kind of State of the Union type stuff. So, yeah,
They got him.
He left. No, his microphone was all jacked up.
Oh,
He'll be back in a second.
hi.
Okay, so that letter was just, "Rawr, we're under attack again." Yeah, okay, whatever.
You have to, you know, doom sells. Doom and gloom.
I know, but I just wish it wasn't as fear-mongery. You know?
It's the persuasive thing. And
Jesus Christ, quit fucking texting me.
that guy from the porn site.
No. That was on Instagram. And it's not a guy, it was a girl.
Okay.
You guys are a bunch of sexist bastards. All right, back to the important decisions in life. Knife, solar-powered cell phone charger, blanket, flashlight, or carry-on bag.
I don't know, man. I'm tempted by that solar power thing charger, but knowing that they're gonna go with the cheapest thing, I don't know if I trust it to work more than a couple of times. So the person that is more, maybe I go with the blanket because they can't fuck that up. I don't know. But that solar power thing.
See, that's the thing. I have two different, like, you know, battery banks. Now, granted, I have to, like, charge them up first, but I get, like, you know, at least 2 to 3 charges of my cell phone per charge of the thing. And I have one of those in my work bag, and it's like, I don't really envision myself, like, being able to just, like, set out a solar panel. Like, again, I'm thinking, when would I use it? When I'm not home, right? Okay, well, when am I not home? Either because I'm at work or I'm up north. Now, it might be helpful up north, or like if I go camping or something. So I don't really use my phone when I'm up north because I don't get signal. So it might be useful up there. And then I could just like set it out during the day, and then actually, that ain't half bad. Because then when I'm sitting around the bonfire at night, I could like play music on my phone and then keep it plugged in so it doesn't die.
G-Webs had a link to a thing where you burn some wood and it charges your phone at the same time. It's like a little furnace heater.
Oh, you mean the BioLite thing? The BioLite stove, which I have?
You have one of those, huh?
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's pretty cool. I don't know how much power it really generates, but it's definitely a good fire thing. Because it has a little fan, and that's it. See, that's the thing. It uses like the power it makes. It uses it to run the fan first, and then if there's any extra, it can like charge your phone or whatever.
Oh.
But if it's not like, if the battery bank itself isn't charged up that much, then it will run the fan and not charge your phone. So you have to have it enough where the battery bank fills up, and then it runs the fan and charges your phone.
Oh, I thought it was like a gasification stove, what they call those things, that it draws air by itself.
Well, no, I mean it has it kind of does. I mean, it has holes. So there's an inner chamber which you put sticks in, and it has holes in that, and then there's an outer like shell, and it does draw air from the bottom and up the top. So it's a very efficient firebox. I mean, I boiled a pot of water with just like a couple sticks at a time. I was very impressed at how hot it gets, because it does work really well. So from the fire point of view, it's good. And from the charging point of view, I mean, yeah, it works in a pinch. It's just, it's not like you can plug your phone into it and put sticks in it for 15 minutes and then like have a fully charged phone. Like it doesn't charge a lot because it's using the power for the fan more than it is to charge the phone. But I guess, here's the thing. All I did was cook dinner with it and try and charge my phone at the same time. And my phone didn't charge that much, but I did cook dinner. I guess if you specifically just wanted to charge your phone, you could just sit there for an hour or something and it would charge your phone up. I don't know. I don't know how long it would take, but I didn't notice much of a difference. Of course, that was the first time using it, and maybe I had to like get the battery charged up more. In fact, I do know that's what it was, because I remember after the fact I was looking at it and it's like before the first use, like charge it in your house. And I first was using it like when my power was out because I wanted dinner. So maybe if I would have charged that thing up first, then it would have charged the battery no problem.
Yeah,
So.
I love gimmicks like that. On my
It's
gadget.
just kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, I figured for camping, that's kind of cool. And then the fact that the power is available, like if you were using your phone for something, then it's nice. But here's the thing: normally when I go camping, I just shut my phone completely off, anyways, because it's like, yeah, whatever. Like I'll use it if I need it, but I just leave it off so it doesn't die.
I bring batteries with me, little lithium-ion packs, mainly for my iPod or my iPad.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I said, I have a couple pairs. So that's what I'm getting at. So I don't know. Do I want the solar panel thing? I don't really need another folding knife, but that would be the cheapest option because that's just the 1-year renewal.
I go for the blanket.
Yeah, but
They can't mess that up. Because I know if I pick a solar thing, it would just die. Or it would come apart.
yeah, and see that's the thing where it's kind of a bummer because I don't know if I was thinking about the life membership thing because actually it's on sale, but anyways,
Sale is good.
right, but what was I gonna say? Oh, well, so that's cool, but then I don't know when I'm ever gonna use that bag really. I don't ever really use like carry-on bags, and it's too small for me to take it like on a work trip. So I gotta take too much other crap with me. Like I have plenty of luggage. It's a 20 by 14 by 9-inch bag. Meets the latest carry-on restrictions for all major airlines.
I used to get free stuff, but it was mostly for signing credit card applications, mostly at Sears, because I knew they'd never give me one because I didn't have a job. So when I needed an umbrella, I would go there, or a radio, or a mug. In car shows, sometimes I got a little stool, and that came in handy because sometimes car shows are very big, and those little stools that fold up, it's like a tripod with a little canvas on top. Very handy.
Well, that's So that flashlight is powered by 9 AA batteries.
Ooh, I
So
like
I'm
it.
guessing it probably has like, have you seen the things that like hold like 3 batteries at a time, right? Like it's a little plastic thing. Like I have a flashlight that's got 3 AAAs, and that's the perfect little little pocket flashlight kind of thing.
Yeah, those are great.
But I bet you, so it's probably obviously going to be a little bit thicker than that, but it's probably like 3 sets of those. So that'd be how long it is, and then how round it is. I mean, it's definitely a full size flashlight. That's not a pocket flashlight,
Oh, that's nice.
but for 1,300 lumens, that's
It's quite a lot. And double A's, right?
Yeah, AA's.
Because mostly they're triple A's or C's or D's.
Right. Well, I mean, that's, I guess, how many, if you had 3 AAAs in a row, that's probably like the size of a C, right? So it's a little narrower than like a Maglite, which uses the big ass D batteries, but it's probably about the same length.
These are 2 D's. These are 2 double A's.
Well, yeah, but it looks like the AA's are, like I said, like 3 in a triangle.
I got one of those train triangle ones, but these are like the triple A's.
Right. Yeah, that's the one that I carry in my pocket all the time, has that. Or at least my work flashlight has that, I should say.
This one's pretty bright. And it's all metal. And it has a ton of LEDs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my work flashlight, it's it's the same size around like the battery part, but the LED part's like the same diameter. It doesn't, expand out like yours does. So, I mean, it fits in my pocket okay in my work pants. This would just be like 2 of them taped together. So yeah, that'd be too long for, I don't know, man. I'm thinking.
Yeah. You can't have enough light.
That is true. I mean, 1,300 lumens, pretty cool. But then again,
Yeah.
here's my problem is that,
You'd like to get something you don't already have.
well, yeah, but with the flashlight thing, is probably kind of like a cheap Chinese flashlight. Like, yeah, it's 1,300 lumens, but you figure, okay, so a 5-year renewal is $125. So you're getting a membership for $25 a year, and they're sending you this flashlight. But in order to make that worthwhile, like, how much are they paying for those flashlights?
No.
Like $20 or something. So, whatever. Like, it can't be that good of a quality. Like, I was talking to a dude that I work with. We were out to dinner. And he's like, yeah, I found this flashlight, and it's 400 lumens or whatever. And but man, it was expensive. It was like freaking $50. I'm like, $50 is not expensive for a flashlight, dude.
Nope.
And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, type in Surefire. And I go, now granted, you can throw those fuckers off the back of a truck and run it over with a tank. There's a reason they're expensive, but a comparable, like I said, maybe I misspoke on the lumens, but whatever it was, like a comparable one that had the same lumens and stuff, the Surefire was like $450, price wise compared to $50. Let me see. I'm gonna try to see if I figure out which one we were looking at.
Captain America. This one came with binoculars and a camera.
I think it was it on LA Police Gear? I think it was. We were looking at it. Maybe it wasn't, but I bet you I can still find it.
Oh, cool. Oh, no, that's not it. Thought I'd found one of those that you shook. Remember those lights? Flashlights?
Oh yeah, I got one of those. All right, so I was. Oh no, maybe it wasn't. What was that one? No, that's not it. I think it was. Was it that one? 350. Yeah. So the Surefire R1 Lawman, 750 lumens. It's a rechargeable flashlight. MSRP 455. So yeah, he was looking at like a $50, 700 lumen thing. He's like, yeah, man, that's really expensive. I'm like, not really. Yeah, you're okay, Knight. Yep. You're good.
Is it coming in clear?
Yes, it is.
All right, good.
So anyway, so again, look at that. So I bet you that's an equivalent size. This Lawman at 750 lumens for freaking $450. And they're giving you a 1300 lumen flashlight for freaking $125 for 5 years.
One of those flashlight companies from China actually offered to give us a flashlight for Hit or Miss to review.
Oh, really?
Really. And I didn't take it because if they're willing to give us a flashlight, they must not be very confident with their flashlights.
Well, no, dude, whatever. Like, they're just trying to get their name out there, but hey, you do whatever you want to do. But
Hit or Miss isn't for reviews. It's not reviews channel. It's gun channel.
It could be. I don't know. I go with, hey, man, like, if you want to give me something and you don't mind me calling it a piece of shit, like right out to your face, I'll call it a piece of shit right to your face. Be like, oh, yeah, this kind of works, but it's also kind of crappy. If they don't mind that, then, yeah, whatever.
It's a flashlight, though.
But that's just my personal opinion. I mean,
they probably got flashlights already down. It's not high technology.
No, it's a new market that we have to corner right now.
Flashlights.
SHOT Show bingo.
They're doing bingo at SHOT Show now. Well, I knew some of the.
Well, no, G-Web put together for SHOT Show bingo.
Uh-oh.
Put whatever. It's see a new product or meet a YouTuber or blah blah blah. I forget what all the other ones were. What I think would be an awesome square for SHOT Show bingo. I wish I knew that he was doing it. Would be get someone to sign up to gun channels.
Ooh.
That would have been a good square if you're still listening, G-Webs.
Mind blown.
Excelsior.
Wait, Stan Lee's part of gun channels?
Yeah. Excelsior.
That's kind of his thing.
I know. I stole it.
You're also stealing Walter Cronkite and, you know,
Mhm.
whatever else you can come
Yes.
up with.
I found a marble today.
All right, Raph found one
Wow.
of his marbles. All right.
You lost all the other ones though, eh?
No, it's not looking. These are old marbles of today. They're not this quality.
So, you know, maybe from the 90s, probably.
I don't know. Lately, they have the clear ones with just a cat's eye.
Yeah. So that's probably from the 80s or 90s.
I have 3. Whenever I find something like that, I keep it somewhere out there. Fisher Space Pen. The astronaut pen. Just in case you have to write upside down.
You mean the pen that we spent like millions of dollars to make, whereas the Russians just used a fucking pencil?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Not impressed. They just used the number 2 pencil, whereas we were using pens.
We must give them pens. Came in handy. I think Apollo 11 used one of the springs or something, or this bit to get off the moon. So, because somebody on the way out, they broke one of the knobs and they had to improvise.
Oh man, those improvisations.
Yeah, so they improvised with a piece of pen, and that saved the lives of the astronauts. Well, I'm sure they could have found something else too. A piece
And
of
was some other part.
yeah, or take a knob from over there and put it over here that you're not using.
Yeah, probably.
Welcome to Moon Channels.
So that's an interesting post talking about the roster for handguns versus California. This is from Cal Guns Foundation. Blah, blah, blah. As we have before, we asked the DOJ for a copy of their roster database, and in response, they sent us a spreadsheet export having a data date of September 21st, 2016. This is as of then. We evaluated their roster data and discovered some interesting facts. For example, while there were 517 active semi-automatic handguns on the roster as of that date, nearly half of those listed, 210, were simply aesthetic variations of other listed handguns. So essentially, there really were only 307 semi-automatic handgun types available on the roster for law-abiding people to buy. So in California, they have a choice of 307 semi-automatic handguns. That is it. And it looks like before, okay, so they have a little chart here. Before the microstamping thing, it took effect March 17th of 2013. At that time, there was about maybe 900 handguns, and there was about 1,200, maybe 1,250 revolvers were on the approved list. No, don't fucking update. I was looking at that. Hang on, sorry, my thing just flashed. Anyways, so that was as of 2013. So now that it's, 3 years later, going on 4, they're down to freaking like 300 from 900. That would, again, that's just handguns. But the revolvers dropped way down too. Trying to see where those are at. That's about maybe 800 revolvers are on the list. And those are probably duplicates like the handgun ones were. But let's just give them the benefit of the doubt and add that up. So you got, 800 and 500, right? So you have 1,300 total when it used to be like 2,100. So that's pretty shitty.
Mm-hmm.
They
Did you
have-
see the proposition to for ammunition restrictions?
Oh, that was something I wanted to mention. Well, kind of. So, what was your question about the ammunition stuff?
That's just a proposition, right? It's not a law yet.
No, it's a law. You
It's a
have to have background checks for ammo sales. It doesn't take effect yet, but it is law now.
Hmm. I was gonna say, I'm sure there are very enterprising people down south who are thinking, those people up north, they need some ammunition. We got tunnels going over there, and we're losing money on drugs.
Yeah, maybe.
Man, the fools.
Oh, dude, don't even get started on Trump and Ford. Don't even get me started. I'm so upset that I looked at that chat box. Anyways, no, but something I actually was reading it in Rifleman today is that it said something about you need to do a background check or have a, like a almost like a purchase permit or like you have to have a license or something to buy ammo. But it said something about like if you're buying like 50 rounds of ammunition or more. So it just makes me wonder, could a gun store take a bunch of boxes of 50, take one bullet out? Let's say they take 49 boxes of 50, take one out and put that one in its own box and then sell like 50 boxes of 49 rounds, and then they wouldn't have to do a background check. You couldn't do it all at once, right? You'd have to buy 49 rounds at a time. But I don't know exactly how the law is written, but the way that it specifically said if you're buying more than 50 rounds makes me think you could buy a box of 49 without getting a background check.
Probably, but
That's, oh my God.
there are loopholes in there.
Let's see, who is this talking? Harry. Are you listening? Harry, are you listening to this? Or are you just typing? Because I don't feel like typing this all out. Oh, man. I kind of want to hear his response. Because don't get me started on Trump and Ford. Oh, my goodness. I mean, Ford may have made an announcement to save face. I did hear that, where they're like, oh, boy, like, it's going to be awesome. We're saving jobs and blah, blah, blah. But guess what? Ford was always going to build jobs at Michigan Assembly. They're still building the plant in Mexico. They're still going to start making the Focus down there. And the Focus, which they make at Michigan Assembly right now, they're going to start making something else. In fact, I think I just heard they're going to make the Ranger there, which that's going to be cool because the Ranger is going to sell like crazy. So they'll be able to have 3 shifts at Michigan Assembly. Where
I missed the Ford Bronco.
Yeah, that'd be cool if they brought the Bronco back.
You know
But,
the reason they killed it.
OJ.
OJ killed the Bronco.
Yeah.
Ford call.
Not to be confused with the Broncos, which is a football team.
Alec
He killed
Cowley.
the car.
Now he's saying they're not building the plant in Mexico. That That's news to me. Maybe I have to look that up. If
If
they're
it's-
not built, first of all, let me just say this: if they're not building the plant in Mexico, that fucking sucks. That personally sucks for me. But either way,
Well, look on the positive side. If this is the reason, and Trump did something to keep those jobs here in the United States, great. It's more than Obama's done in the past 8 years. But even if he hadn't done anything,
he didn't do anything. Let's just make that clear.
Well, let's give him the benefit of the doubt, okay?
No, let's not give him the benefit of the doubt because that's complete bullshit. They're planning on shutting down Michigan Assembly and getting rid of the Focus, and they were planning on bringing the Ranger there. They've been planning it for a couple of years now. He did not save a single fucking job in that plant. That plant was always going to stay in business. That plant was always going to keep people employed.
So it was never going to be shut down at all.
It was never going to be closed. You have to do shutdown to change over vehicles, which they're still going to have to do. I mean, the robots are not the same size to build a truck as they are to build a car. So you need new robots, you need new conveyors, you need new everything. But, well, not everything, but you need new stuff. But they were always going to do that. Now, the whole hiring more people thing, again, that's a product of the fact that they're probably going to be running 3 shifts like around the clock, whereas now they're running 2 shifts. So yeah, they are going to hire a bunch more people because they need that 3rd shift. But it had nothing to do with Trump. And if they don't build that factory in Mexico, I'm not sure what plant they're going to move the Focus into, but they'll probably just move it into one that's already running, and it'll just make
What are they making in the Louisville plant?
Louisville is well, there's 2 plants in Louisville. There's Kentucky Truck, which builds the trucks, and then Louisville Assembly Plant, which builds like the Explorers.
Which is the one they shut down for a while, and I mean completely shut down and not retrofitted at all. They actually closed the plant at one point.
They've closed lots of plants. You mean the one they closed Wixom and they tore that down?
Yeah.
They've closed Wayne Assembly, which is right next to Michigan Assembly, and they moved all the stuff next door.
Because I remember in the early 2000s they closed the plant in Louisville, and then a couple years ago they reopened it and
They closed. No, they built a brand new one in Kentucky. So they may. I guess you're right. Maybe there were 2 of them, and they closed one down and like tore it down. There's a brand new building in Kentucky, and it's not in Louisville Assembly. Is not brand new. That's the 2nd oldest Ford plant. So it could have been Kentucky Truck. They shut down and built a brand new one. Speaking of building brand new plants, they just freaking built a brand new plant over the last couple of years. So they got no problem spending money in the U.S. And a lot of times, the plants they build in Mexico, they don't build cars that get sold in the U.S. They build cars that get sold to the rest of the world because of like export taxes and stuff. They can send a car to England cheaper from Mexico than they can from the U.S. So they'll have 2 different plants, and they make the focuses for the U.S. in the U.S., and they make the focuses for the world in Mexico. Like, that's probably what they were going to do anyways.
So let me guess, your company is contracted with Ford most of the time.
We work with all of them. So I've been in a couple different Ford plants in Mexico.
Read between the lines, people. He works with Ford most of the time.
I didn't say that. You said that, and you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't.
I could be just an internet troll that's making it all up.
You could be. You could be. So I haven't gone staticky in a little while.
No, your dongle's working good.
Don't call it that.
Isn't that what it's called?
It's
Call it by its name.
Damn dongle.
That's like saying, if your petcock is leaking What do? Go in the hardware store and ask for a valve thingy? No, you ask for a petcock because yours is leaking. I mean, you don't not call it by the correct name.
Oh God.
Dongle.
Thanks, Ralph. Keeping me down to earth.
Dongle channels.
God. Look what DF2 dot said. Now
Yeah.
attacking the robots. Racist.
Racist robots are out there now
According to DF2 dot.
on gun channels.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be surprised.
Speaking of things that have to do with robots and racist, anyone who buys a full-size black van from GM, screw you.
Uh-oh.
Beginning
There's a
of June.
story there.
Yeah, basically the settings for the black paint for the vans are like way messed up from all the other colors, and it caused us a lot of problems. Everything was good, and a black van came through, and the paint just went like all over the place because the air was kind of screwed up. And it's like, oh man, if they don't paint black vans, they're fine. But when they paint them, because I will agree, everything's not perfect, but it's okay if it's all the other ones. If it's that one, it's almost not workable. So if you buy a black van, like, screw you.
I don't have the money.
Okay, so yeah, according to January 1st, individuals who sell more than 500 rounds of ammunition in any month will be required to obtain an annual state-issued business license and will be required to conduct ammunition sales at specified business locations or gun shows. So basically,
Please
you
tell
have
me
to
this
have
is
like an
California.
FFL kind of thing. Yeah.
This is okay. Thank you.
And yeah, DOJ will issue ammunition vendors licenses to individuals who sell ammo. Probably a cutoff right there.
Also, they said, I read this, they said that there's amnesty for any felons or gang members. They can still get the license.
Oh,
as long as
good,
they pay
good.
as long as they pay the fees. So you could be like a Compton Blood or Crip or something, it don't matter. Fill out the proper.
But you have to get
Paperwork.
an ammo selling license.
Yeah, it's cool.
But how would they buy the ammo to sell it? Like, are they exempt from being like? Can they buy ammo also? Because I thought if you're a felon, you can't buy ammo, or can you? Am I mistaken?
Now you get them off the cops.
Well, no, I'm serious though. Like, as a felon, can you in California? This is, I guess, in the future. In California, in the future, if you're a felon, can you walk into a store and buy ammo? Because I thought that was the whole point of the background check for ammo is you can't do that. So why would they let them sell it if they can't buy it?
Not really. Gang members get it off the cops.
Okay, so then it's already in the black market. So, you know,
That's a racist term.
No.
We need another kind of market.
All over the place.
Did you see the picture that they put up on gun channels for how to survive the ammo thing?
No, I did not. Got a link?
It was on the front page. You have to. I think Island Z posted it yesterday. My gun channel's not.
Okay. Let's see. How far down am I looking?
I think it was yesterday. There it is. He posted it Monday at 2 p.m. How to stay off jail as a California gun owner. I can post a link. There it is. On the
All
put it
right.
on.
Oh, good. Thank God. I thought they rescinded that emergency magazine ban. Looks like they did.
Well, they did. I don't know what they were trying to do to the magazine ban, where that whole thing where they were like, "Oh, you have 6 days to comment. Oh, by the way, it starts, fucking the end of the 23rd of December or whatever. Like, no one's gonna comment anyways." But that was just they were gonna like tweak the magazine ban. The magazine ban still exists. They just wanted to do it like an emergency change to it. And I'm not sure what they wanted to change. So yes, like it was kind of a win because they're like, okay, never mind. Like we got millions of phone calls and emails and all that shit. But the original thing still stands where you can't own magazines with more than 10 rounds in it.
Right, right.
Oh yeah, beginning July 1st, 2017, all magazines over 10 rounds must be destroyed, taken out of state, or surrendered.
Yeah.
But I think maybe the emergency thing was maybe they were gonna move the deadline up, or they were going to change it somehow. I never really saw what they were like asking for comments on. They were just like,
This
oh,
is
it's open to
bullshit.
comments because we want to change it.
Even previously grandfathered magazines are illegal. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the whole point. Those are the
They-
only ones that are previously grandfathered magazines are the only ones that are a concern anyways, because you haven't been able to buy new magazines with more than 10 rounds for a long time now. So the
You had to go to
only
state again.
well, I'm not sure if you were able to do that even like back then.
Yeah, probably not. No, here's one. Transporting ammo. Beginning on July 1st, 2018, the transportation of ammunition into California must be completed by a licensed ammunition seller, which means you can't go and buy ammo out of state and bring it back and keep it in your
Right.
house.
Which is also why you can't buy ammo online once it
Yeah.
kicks in.
Oh, they're fucked. I mean, like, royally.
Yep.
Hey, there's your Europe on American soil right there.
Oh Jesus, your dongle.
Your dongle's crackling.
Oh,
Jiggle
shit.
it. You gotta jiggle it.
Yeah, why does it keep getting bad, dude? Are you like pissing on it or something and it's shorting out?
I guess it might just be shorting out.
Oh, Taryn is going to be on the Shooter's Mindset tonight from Taryn Tactical.
I'm going to order a new one anyways.
Oh, you sounded good right there.
Yeah, because I rejoined the chat.
Oh, you just came back. I didn't see you leave.
Yeah, I'm going to buy a new one, so.
Yeah,
Probably
buy a
this-
new one.
This week or next week.
How about right now?
Yeah,
Buy a new
sure. You know, just let me go and get that money.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, I never did sign up to NRA. Okay, final decision. What do I want from the NRA?
Freedom.
Well,
Freedom.
of course, I want freedom. Any last minute votes?
Not to live in California.
No, I'm talking about the NRA swag. Knife, solar panel, blanket, flashlight, or carry-on bag.
Solar panel.
kind of knife is it?
Yeah, just like a cheap little folding knife, little Skinner.
I'll try the solar panel too.
Flashlight or blanket.
See, Raph keeps doing all the expensive ones.
Oh, okay. I thought they were all the same amount.
No, those it's either 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, or 5 year, or life membership. I want a
Yeah.
life membership, but I don't think I'm going to at this time. So
I was thinking about that, and I saw somebody's comment somewhere that says that if you're getting the membership because of the stuff you get, that's not the point, you know. So
that's true, but if I'm
if you're gonna spend
if
money,
I'm going to get something, why not try and
get
like
something
I'm
good.
going to sign up anyways? Why not try and get something?
I can see that point too. So the solar panel is cheaper than the flashlight?
Yeah.
Wow. And I guess the knife is the cheapest thing?
Yeah. That's just a 1 year renewal. $35.
Knife is good. They can mess up a knife, right?
That solar panel, it's like a mini USB or whatever, micro, whatever that phone charger thing is. You get a
Yeah.
cord.
Yeah, it's a battery pack that has a solar panel on it. So you can you can actually just charge up the battery pack and just use it like the two I have now, where you can just charge your phone off the battery. But if you happen to leave it sitting out, then the solar panel charges up the battery pack.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's not a half bad.
If it doesn't die like in a half hour or something. It's not like a
The
couple of
sun,
double A's inside there, inside the box.
the sun will get those little wires so hot that they'll melt the little solder leads and be done.
Oh, I got to put all this crap in here. I'm gonna type all this crap in here. I typed in my freaking username. How hard is that?
Do you have autofill in your browser? That help me out.
Sometimes. But that's only like it only works if you've like if the form's like the same, like you're filling out an address or something.
Yeah.
This is a different thing.
So
So I've never had to type in my member ID with my zip code and email. Wow. All you got for a 5-year membership was a hat? That sucks. You could have got a 1300 lumen flashlight with 9 AA batteries.
That's how many it takes.
Yeah.
Nine AA batteries. Holy shit.
9 AA. So basically it's like the size of like a mag light, but it's 1300 lumens. I mean, that's a good flashlight for the house. It's just not one that you're going to be carrying around everywhere.
No.
But that'd be cool to have in like
Put it in your car or something.
yeah,
In the trunk.
or even in you could toss that in a backpack or something if you're going hiking or camping. I don't know. I do when I go camping, I do like I guess like car camping. Like I go to a place that I can basically drive my car to, like just into the woods, and then like pull into a field and then take all the shit out. So I don't have to worry about like carrying a bunch of stuff, or maybe park somewhere and hike in, whatever, like a half mile or something, like just to get off the road. But I don't really go on like extreme trips. So that'd be great for camping because you could just toss it in your bag with a bunch of other stuff. Because I have like a big ass fucking cooler and all the other stuff.
I like flashlights.
The renewal for 1 year, just someone was asking, it's $35. It's normally $40 for 1 year, but you get 5 off. And then the 2-year renewal, which is normally $75, is only $60. 3 year is $85, 5 years, $125. And life membership is $600 right now. So you're saving $900. I just really don't want that carry-on bag. So I'll just do it for another couple years, and then in a couple of years, maybe they'll have something cooler to sign up as a life member.
I thought they had a leather jacket.
Not at this time. And they have different stuff all the time. It just depends on whatever promotion they're running.
Mm.
Like when I signed up the first time, I got a range bag that's, it's almost like the size of a big lunchbox. It's okay. I mean, it's
Yo, that rangeback sucks, dude.
yeah. I mean, I toss my ammo in it. That's it. I don't keep all my stuff because I have nicer range bags anyways. So like when I went up north with my buddy that time where he took up like thousands of rounds of ammo, I couldn't fit it all in one bag. It was way too heavy. So I put some in like my normal range bag, and I put a bunch in the NRA bag, and then I had a little bit more and some targets all in a backpack. Because backpacks hold targets real nice. Like, because a lot of times I'll print up targets that are 11 by 17. So it's like a little bit bigger than like a regular sheet of paper. It's like two pieces together. And, those fit real nice, like in a backpack, because it's like just about the right size of an 11 by 17. You don't have to fold it or roll it up or anything. Oh, Ohio has one. He sent a page. It's only $30. Membership. Da da da. Membership form. That's the thing. See, there are all sorts of deals out there. Oh, yeah. See, this is different. 1 year membership, $30. Yeah, there you go. So those are the double bags you can get. Or you can get an aluminum flashlight, which is... Yeah.
Yeah, the bag looks better than the flashlight.
I just put
Yeah,
my
but
baseball
that
gun up in that bitch.
That bag's pretty, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that LED flashlight looks something like out of the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, no, it does. That's definitely a dollar store flashlight. And I already have the bag, so I'd spend $5 more just to get a folding knife instead of something I already have or something I'm not going to use.
Folding knife.
Yeah, well, that's if I do the 1 year. I might just do a little bit more.
Oh.
That thing's garbage, too.
Yeah, but I mean, you can always use a little folding knife or something. I have so many folding knives anyway. Some are really nice. Some are okay. Some of them, like I use for work. Because if I drop them in paint sludge and I end up like can't clean them up that much, I just toss them. So I could use that. And I don't know. I mean, it's a skinner. Maybe I could just use that just for when I'm skinning something.
Mm-hmm. When you catch the next big deer out there. Hunting.
Ooh, who wants to take bets on which state will try the ammo regulations next? I say it's a toss-up between New York and New Jersey. That's my guess.
Illinois.
Massachusetts.
Ooh, Massachusetts is good. I mean, Illinois seemed like a good one, but Illinois is like, I'm trying to think of a sports team or whatever. Like they're in the big league for like anti-gun, but they're not winning the championship ever. They're always like maybe squeaking by and getting into the playoffs. But like California, New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts was a pretty good call too. Those are the ones always like fighting for the championship every year. And then there's a couple other ones that sometimes are more than others. Although they already have the FOID card in Illinois. Like, you already need a card to buy ammo. Oh, what's that? All crackly.
The road.
Oh, is that just
The
DB's
road.
background noise? I'm not on that. I'm not on the Hangout, so I can't see like which one popped up.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't know. It's now. Let me think about it, because, like I said, in Illinois, you already need a FOID card to buy ammo, which means you pretty much already need a background check to buy ammo. It's just you get it once and then you're good for the year. Where I think in California, you have to do a check every time you buy it. So, and well, I don't know, I guess about ammo sellers though, right? Like, you could probably still buy or sell ammo from a private person. Where's Dano?
He's in jail. He already got arrested for this shit.
For buying ammo.
For thinking about it.
The precogs.
The precogs got him. They were like, ugh. Plus he's like, I'm a reloader now.
He's an unlicensed ammo manufacturer.
That's right.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the
horny.
new. They already started saying people who sell guns on Gunbroker are unlicensed dealers. I wouldn't be
Did you hear my
surprised if they
joke,
start
though?
calling reloaders unlicensed ammo manufacturers.
You didn't hear my bad joke? I said Dano's ammo company is called Horny.
I did not hear your bad joke the first time. I'm
All
sorry.
right. My bad.
I'm glad you repeated it for the masses.
Oh, I'm sorry. I would like to rephrase. It's Horny D. Because he's Dano.
Yeah.
Horny D. Horny D. Horny D ammo. I'm right here.
That would make a good patch.
Deep
For
penetration.
one person. That's a great match for one guy. That's funny. Ah.
It would be a cool company logo.
Yeah. I mean, I could imagine what the logo would be. Horny D. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Horny D double penetrator rounds.
Yeah. Horny D. Critical horn into it. Horny.
Double penetrator.
Critical duty.
Well, what's the? Isn't there already Extreme Penetrator or something? Like, that's an actual name. So.
Yep. This one's a double
Extreme
penetrator.
penetrator. That sounds like some bullshit. Extreme penetrator.
That's that Lehigh defense. The
Yeah, they're total
fucking
bullshit.
weird corkscrew looking chilling.
That's for fucking weirdos.
It's a Phillips head. You shooting Phillips heads at people.
That's
When cops start carrying that shit, I'll carry that shit. That's when I'll carry it. That's my new rule. New rule. Pro tip. If cops don't carry that shit, why should I?
Yeah, I do think there's a lot of like gimmicky type ammo out there. But
It might be awesome, but
hey,
I'll just wait. What's up with
what are you gonna do though? Like, how can you really set? Like, let's say you're a brand new company or something. How can you set your ammo apart from everybody else? Because
hard.
Like it's
you can't reinvent the
stuff's
wheel.
already established of the stuff that works, right?
Yeah. It's like if you were an ammo company and you tried to develop a new ammunition for like like 357 SIG or Omer Keith when he did 357 Magnum or whatever, 41 Magnum, or that's hard too because you're like, oh, we don't need another caliber. Like, why do I need another caliber? You got to explain to me why I need that shit. I don't need it. And it's all. I mean, I guess any business is fucking hard, man. But yeah, new ammo companies with their obvious like gimmicky stuff. Good luck. There's a sucker born every fucking minute, and the shit might actually be awesome. Who knows? I'm not beta testing that shit for you, man. In my carry gun that I'm trying to protect my life with, or my family with. That's why YouTube's so important.
Yep.
Because the people on YouTube who are the experts, who read the box of ammo and then say this shit is awesome. Oh shit, my bad. Cleaning right now. Yeah, I was watching The Professional over the holidays. That movie, Leon the Professional.
And you were thinking about how you should train to hang upside down and shoot.
Yep. Yeah, dude, totally, dude. I was also thinking, why the fuck is he constantly cleaning his guns, dude? Like, every fucking scene, he's like cleaning his fucking guns.
OCD.
Yeah, because he's not
routine.
using them. Like, yeah.
Is that Leon the Professional?
Yeah.
When next time you watch that movie, just check out how many scenes he's just like cleaning his fucking guns. Like, dude, they're clean. Like, you haven't used them yet.
Is that on Netflix?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it was for a while.
I thought they needed to make like a sequel where she's all grown up and now she's killing people.
Well, at the end, she's like at some like, school for girls.
Yeah.
And so she's pretty much like straight. She's got a lot of money.
Was she still connected to that Paulie Sorvino guy? Was he in it? He
Well,
was in it, right?
yeah, Danny Aiello was in it.
Oh yeah, Danny Aiello.
He's like, anytime you want your money, just come. Here's $100. Like, dude, give me my fucking money, man. Like You
She's
must
gonna
have
go
no-
to him and start getting contracts or something.
yeah,
That's what I wanted to see.
man, we should write that script, man. Could be
Yeah.
huge.
Huge.
Old ass Natalie Portman,
I'm sure it's been tried.
35-year-old Natalie Portman. Oh shit! Like, I need some money.
Leon was pretty old.
Yeah, but yeah, it was an awesome movie. I didn't catch a lot of the stuff when the first time I saw it. I saw it again. I was like, wow, I didn't catch that. Like the ring trick, like, and then that one montage was like where they were breaking into every apartment the same way. Like she was knocking on the door, like, hey, I need to use your phone or something, and then he was waiting with the bolt cutter, like click, 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 and then what else was there? Some sort of I don't remember that. I didn't remember that shit. Oh,
It's on Crackle for free.
Crackle Dackle.
Crackle free.
Was Crackle still all crackly? And then
Get it all cracking.
putting ads in the shit. Putting ads up in the shit.
Yo, I'll be rapping, homie. This is some funny Instagram shit I send you, right?
Yeah.
This shit is fucking funny, dude. Dude said I'd drive around with the 45.
I seen one before where an old white guy killed it, I think.
Mhm.
Like, it wasn't like,
He wasn't whack at all. He was
no.
killing it.
Yeah, and it
Yeah, I remember there was one of those movies, like Backstage back in the day, or one of those movies where they were documenting a tour.
Hey, speaking of that Leon the Professional movie, do you know that there are two versions of that? American
Yeah.
version and the European version?
I
Yeah.
think I watched the European version because it was really kind of pedo. There was
Yeah.
some real pedo scenes in there. I don't remember that shit. Like,
There are some scenes that made American audiences very uncomfortable, so they took them out. Huh?
yeah, and I wonder because that's the one I watched, and yeah, it just was weird. It was totally overt, like the relationship that was weird. Like, and the only way to explain it is he was like a retard. You know, he was like he had the brain of like of a 14-year-old or 15-year-old, and then she was like 12 or 14 or whatever the fuck she was. So he was really falling in love with her because he's like a kid. That's the only way you could think about it. I don't know. It was weird. And I did notice that. So is the European version is called Leon, I think, right?
Yeah.
It's okay, so that's what I watched. And that's probably why it was like super weird. Where I didn't remember it being that strange. My dad took me to see that shit when I was like a teenager. And it was a little strange. Like the American cut was like she had a crush on him, but he was like, "Oh, I just want to be like, your father figure or something." This shit was like, "I love you.
Yeah.
I like you. Kiss me." Like fucking weird shit.
It's just like French shit. French films are like that.
Yeah, that's true. I've been to France before. They're really smelly people. They're very smelly.
Smelly French.
I'm just joking, man. Good movie, though. He had comps on every handgun, except the revolvers. All his Berettas had comps on them. He was killing it, man. He had the Roland Special. Without the red dot.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. You can put a red dot on a 92.
The rail. Hell yeah. You do it you just put it on the rail. Put a baler on that motherfucker. Put something or other. Cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is key. I got so much jewelry. You ever seen a video of DJ Khaled? Like, I got so much jewelry.
No.
Oh god, he's a tard. Super tard. Yep. So much jewelry. Is Matt doing a gun show tonight, or is it fake news night? Alt-right.
I think I saw something about a list.
Top 10 fake news sites
Top 5 shotguns
under $100.
created. Yeah. Top 5 Turkish shotguns.
That's funny shit. Oh boy. Top 5 detox teas.
Top
Flat
5
belly
things
tea.
that were really fun at first, but kind of got
Played out.
overplayed real quick.
Every show is doing a top 10 now. And
That
then
would
you have
be
to
on the
write all
top
that
of my
shit down.
list is top 5 list. I mean, I like doing them sometimes, but I don't like them every single week. Like,
You need to stop doing all the hard work of like writing the shit down and fuck that. Let someone else do it.
well, they've been doing. Someone else must have been doing it on Mondays. I haven't been on a Monday chat in like a month.
What? You're a traitor?
John took over for you?
Yeah, Sean was like, hey, I'll do it.
I mean, I like doing it because it's kind of interesting to have the stuff when it's all said and done. But
Oh no, I don't know. Last show was like something else. I jumped in. I was doing stupid stuff. I don't know. It's top 5. Like the fuck up. Maybe I wasn't on there.
Top 5 bug out guns?
Was it that? Yeah, I wasn't in that one. Top 5 bug out guns, and it was like I heard like two men arguing about like the Keltec Sub 2000.
that was after
No,
the
it's
fact.
the
That
best
was,
rifle ever.
No, he was answering questions, so that was after the fact.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That was the show. They were talking about that. So someone was like, "Should I get that, or should I save up money and get like a
Always save up
nicer pistol caliber thing, like a
Nope.
a CZ or a
Don't
Or the
get
other
any
one.
of them.
That's
the
easy.
answer.
Don't save up shit. Get the cheapest piece of shit you can get now. Don't worry about it. It's only a gun. They always work. And the chances
I'd
of you ever
rather
having
get a
to
high
use
point.
a high point rifle?
Wait, maybe I was.
The high point carbine's actually it's a fun gun. Little 9mm carbine thing, like it's
Sub
kind of
2K
cool.
versus high point. If they were the same price, I'd get the sub 2K. If they were like each $150.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about folding the thing up. It's kind of neat. But it don't. I think people get that with like illusions of, yeah, when shit hits the fan, this will like I can fold it up and put it in my backpack and like I'll be super prepared and all that. It's like no, it's a range toy. It's novel. It's kind of fun. I guess if you were going hiking, you could toss it in a backpack and then go shooting once you were out there, and then fold it up and go back home. So it does have a benefit that it gets smaller, but that's not. Don't bet your life on that thing. When the zombies come, just load up for bear and go to town.
Mm-hmm. AKA you're talking about the Crips, right? Isn't zombie code word like dog whistle for like the Crips and the Bloods?
Not for me, it isn't. I'm
I
legitimately
heard that shit
talking
one
about
time from some
zombies.
anti-gun motherfuckers were like, this whole zombie thing is really code word for like blacks. I was like, whoa, slow down, buddy.
So your code word for blacks is just the Bloods and the Crips.
No, that's all. I mean, isn't that
That's
the
all of
case? I don't think they'll let white people join. I don't know. Because you're never a white Crip. I've seen a white blood.
There's some in Little Rock.
yeah, those are Bloods.
Right.
No,
More
there's
exclusive, dude.
white Crips.
Banging
Oh,
in Little
Jesus
Rock.
Christ,
Because
you're
I've
right.
seen in my hometown some Crip spray paints and whatnot,
God.
some tags, and it's like
Cracker Crips, dude. That's crazy.
it was a bunch of
Crips and crackers.
white boys. Yeah,
It might be
Oh.
like fake Crips.
Can you
yeah.
tell the names
I
for
bet
the,
you.
is there a
I
number we can call?
guarantee that the people who tagged it, if they ever like met the Crips, they would kick the shit out of them. Like they'd be like, "What are you guys doing? Like that's our thing. You can't just spray paint our stuff like wherever you want. You're not part of us."
Yeah.
I
just
guarantee
be
they're
Cripping
not
out
like
here.
official card carrying members.
Not like gun channels Crips.
My Crip card.
Well, there's gun channels Crips too now.
I mean, I learned how to
official.
Crip walk. That was kind of neat. I can't do it very well, but actually, kind of.
It's an official thing now.
What's an official thing?
Gun channels Crips.
Okay. Who's a member?
Me. Now that you said white people can be Crips, I'm down, dude. Fuck this
They-
shit.
They can be.
Well, I'm down. That's it. That's how it's going down. In the 9-5. Who's playing that game? What game is this, dude? Looks like fucking.
It's called War of Mine. I don't know what it is, but it's free.
You playing this on your computer?
No.
Yeah, this shit looks old school, like elevator action or some shit. What was that? What was that shit? Remember Russian Attack? That was one of the dope games. The side scrollers. Came out like right around like Red Dawn. It was called Russian Attack, and the Ruskies were like running around you, killing you.
Ruskies.
Yeah,
You guys ever see that movie, Ruskies?
Nah, missed that one.
It's a dude like, what the hell happened? It's like a Russian guy. He like washes up on shore, and I forget. He has amnesia or something. He ends up like hanging out with these group of kids, and then like, I don't know, like it's one of them. Bad guy forgets his memory and like starts being a good guy. Then he gets it back, and he's like, "Oh, I was supposed to like blow up your government. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that anymore. You Americans are okay."
Yep.
I just remember he saved a stingray because there was a guy on the docks. They had caught a stingray, and I don't know, for a reason the guy was like giving it beer. Like he was like, "Oh no, it's gonna dry out," and he's like, "Well, I'll give it something to drink." So he's pouring beer on it, So the Russian guy punches the fisherman in the face and grabs a stingray and throws it back into the ocean so it can swim away and live. And that was one of his
Nope.
big hero moments. Like, oh, he's being a good guy.
Well, this game kind of
Kind of
sucks.
blows. What? Oh,
Bruno
yeah,
is
man.
back. You should go back to playing Pac-Man, dude.
Oh shit!
That shit was on point.
This is supposed to be like the 2D version of The Last of Us.
Get out of here! I like that game.
Yeah, I've been playing the remake. My kid got it. The remastered.
Yeah, I
Never
bought that.
played
and
that
just
game.
Didn't have time. Oh, the first one was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I never played it.
That shit was like a movie, dude. And the fighting was fun. Like little mushroom head, flower head motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Well, those little things lighten up. You can pick them up or something?
No.
I am Groot.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh, it's a door.
I am
Yeah. Let me get the fuck out of here.
I am Groot.
Just stops walking. We're going that way.
What you know about going out?
There's a dude. Punch him.
That's a chick on the left.
Oh.
Or however, yeah, you should be saying on the left. This guy tied up in a chair.
Did he tie himself up? 'Cause I swear I just saw him walk over and sit down.
Yeah. Yeah. He did.
He just walked over and tied himself up to a chair.
No. I think he's just got like a Crips thing on his face.
Oh no, the door's locked.
Son of a bitch. Why you fuckers got the key? Got the key,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
the guy in the chair does, dude. Punch him.
I'm hungry, he said. Improvement. What? What am I improving?
Did you see Mexico's complaining about Donald Trump taking their jobs now?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna have to look that
Yeah.
one up.
Look it up because it ain't fake. It's fake news. And some Mexican officials like he's taking our jobs now. It's fucking hilarious.
Well, I'm gonna look up, the Ford announcement or whatever because.
And they were like, "Oh, it's
Oh,
only
it's on
700
USA.
jobs." Like it's fucking
Ford
700
cancels
jobs.
Mexico plant. This is all right. I will
No, they're
stand
like, it's
corrected
only
on that part
700
of it.
jobs, and then you're like, "Oh, it's not. It's only 700 jobs. It's 700 fucking families. That's 700 fucking jobs. 700 jobs supporting those 700 jobs, like the people who work at the restaurants and the grocery shops, and fucking 700 jobs evaporate.
Oh, it's expanding
From a
Flat
town.
Rock? Oh shit. This is
Crazy.
news.
Oh, breaking news, bro.
Oh, this is as of yesterday. Oh shit, yeah. This is news to me, guys.
Yeah, Ford said they're going to make America sick again.
I thought this
The
was still
whack-ass
going
car.
back to fucking Michigan Assembly. Because, like I said, they were always planning on fucking moving the Ranger there when they moved the Focus out. But they're
Are they
going to
making-
expand Flat Rock.
Ford makes good cars, right?
Oh, you better apologize to that guy in the chat.
You're fake news, motherfucker. Fake news.
It still isn't because of Trump,
You're
though,
like,
so I'm
you should
still
go
not
get a
taking
job
that
at
back.
CNN, dude. Get a job at CNN. Be like, that's not true. It's only 700 jobs.
Ford made an announcement. They were like, because we're scared of Trump. We
Yeah, but they're not.
We're scared of Trump, dude. I know that's fake news, dude. They're not scared of Trump, man. They don't give a fuck about. They're not Boeing or any of these people. He got on Twitter and was like, Boeing's a bunch of lying scum. And like, they got shook, dude. Like Air Force One, $14 trillion or whatever the dollar amount was. He was like, must do better. Like, go fuck yourself, Boeing. They had a meeting like instantly.
Oh, they're moving it to Hermosillo.
Hermosillo. That sounds like Mexican.
Yeah, no, that's to be sure, Ford acknowledged that it will still move production of the next generation Focus to Mexico as previously announced. So they are still doing it, but it will be built in the existing plant in Hermosillo, not a new facility. So there'll still be work down there to transfer that over because
no, I thought they said they were going to transfer all like small cars to Mexico by a certain date, and they did change their mind about that, right? They're like, okay, well, we won't do that, but
the Focus is still moving. They're still moving it to Mexico. They're just not going to build a brand new plant. So, all right, then what the fuck are they going to do with what they make there? Do they have enough room to make them both?
Isn't there something they're going to keep here, like the truck?
Well, they're going to start making the Ranger again, so they're going to put that here.
So the 700 jobs, is that the 700 jobs they keep talking about?
No, 700 jobs is going to Flat Rock to make electric cars.
Oh, and that was going to go to Mexico? Something was going to Mexico.
Jesus Christ. Okay. They're going to take the Focus from Michigan Assembly and move it to Mexico to a brand new plant. That's what they were going to do. After they did that, they're going to make the Ranger in Michigan Assembly. Now, instead, what they're going to do is they're going to take the Focus, they're going to move it to Hermosillo, which is an existing plant. They're still going to make the Ranger at Michigan Assembly, only now they're going to expand Flat Rock to make autonomous and electric vehicles.
Who dare called my name?
I am not
we're
fucking
done
with
with you, dude.
autonomous.
We had
we
questions
already
earlier.
found out. Your ammo company is called Hornady. That's what we were talking about earlier.
Gotcha.
Hornady. Just remember that. and now Smeggy's in here bashing Trump, bashing America.
No, I'm not. Go
bashing
fuck off.
American great.
Dude,
Saying it's all lies, fake news. Putin.
I didn't say any of that, dude. I just said that Trump did not affect Ford's decision at all. They're just announcing it like that to get fucking brownie points or whatever. Just because, unfortunately, when Trump says bad stuff, now all these people are like, well, I'm not going to buy a Ford because they're fucking taking our jobs. Well, no, they're not.
No, you know what's fucked up? And this is not saying this is good or this is bad in my opinion. But when Trump says something like, fuck you, Ford, that's going to affect your stock price. Because when the president of the United States is beefing with you on Twitter, that's not cool. Like that, so they don't want their stocks to go dump.
So that's why they're saying, no, we're going to, we'll expand here. And so now he can come out and be like, yeah, Ford's awesome. They did what I said. And then everyone will be like, all right, cool. Ford's good.
Ford is good. Ford is great. Ford is racist. Everyone knows that. Plus, Ford stands for Found on the Road Dead, right? So, I mean, dude, come on.
It stands for Fix or Repair Daily.
Found on Road Dead. That's what it stood for, dude. Don't lie to the people and fake news in it.
Didn't you know that? Fix or Repair Daily?
I thought it was driver returned on foot.
No, it was actually racist dudes. It's something about like, ferocious organic racist dudes or something like that. Fat ornery.
Well, that makes no sense. Fix or Repair Daily at least makes sense with a car.
No, seriously, it's fat, obnoxious, racist dudes.
And I'm serious that it's Fix or Repair Daily.
What does GMC stand for besides like awesome? Awesome trucks.
I do not know. But I'm sure in some bar, someplace, somebody came up with some little ditty.
I'm sure the G stands for gay.
I never knew that shit because I grew up
Can
in.
you rope out a little more?
Wow, we can't even understand you, dude.
And
DB, we can't understand you.
They just tried to shit.
We don't have any idea what you said.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Can you
you're
hear
good
me now? Okay, I'm alive.
Jiggle the dongle.
Yeah, jiggling my dongle all in your dongle. Right in your dongle face.
That dongle who's boss.
Yep. That was one of my favorite Talking Heads albums. Feel My Dongle. Dongle in your face all day.
Don't fear the dongle.
Oh yeah, that was a great album.
Seasons don't
feel
fear the
reaper.
dongle.
That's true.
In the mud and the rain. Don't fear
Boom.
the dongle. Come
That's
on,
it.
baby.
You dongle to the left, you dongle to the right.
What? What the fuck, son? Shit is real, man. Out here. It's 8:30 East Coast time, man. I'm trying
What's
to,
the color of your dongle?
Trying to see what's up with
Even the
Oh.
color of dongles.
What the fuck, son? My dog just threw up on me.
Bleh.
Yeah, come on, son.
52 red dongles.
Yo, son, don't you throw up on me, son.
I believe it's 52 red dongaloofs.
Oh,
German.
52 red dongle balloons.
Hagen. Yeah.
52 red dongle balloons.
Nina Hagen.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Don't dongle the Reaper.
Dude, are we ready to change the paradigm?
You mean change the dongle?
The dongle dime? I'm ready to change the dongle dime.
Dark side of the dongle.
All right. So everyone
For
thinks
real,
I should
though.
get this fucking cell phone charger, solar panel, battery pack, eh?
Dongle time.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just don't know if I want to click the button or not.
research it first.
I say do
What
the
is it?
dongle.
Like, what brand is it? And Google it. Look at reviews for it.
Do the dongle.
With the dongle.
See other people's experiences with it.
It does not
Dongle
have a
Kong.
brand.
Remember Dongle Kong?
The only description is never deal with a dead cell phone, tablet, GPS, or digital camera again. Charge this 5,000, what is that, like micro amp hour, or is that mega amp hour? I don't know.
Michael.
Probably mega, or is it micro?
Is it a big M or a little M?
Little m.
That's micro.
So micro amp hours. Portable power bank at home, in your car, or in the sun for reliable power when and where you need it. Water and shock resistance.
Don't do the dongle. Or did I say that?
So,
Yo, dongle face.
I don't know. I know everyone. I don't want to get the knife. I can do more than just 1 year membership.
Some chick called from the NRA, like ILA Center. You know, hi, we're calling from Indiana, or wherever the fuck the call center. And she sounded like so phone sex chick. I was like, whatever, like let's talk. I'm bored. I'm in the car. You know what I mean? Like, She did like a little survey and shit. She was like, oh, what do you think's the most important issue right now that Donald Trump should take on? And she named a whole bunch
What'd
of
you
shit.
say?
No. I said something about the NFA stuff. I was like, there's a hearing. It was totally not one of the questions. It was multiple choice. It was like national reciprocity,
Yeah.
or something else, or something else. And I was just like, yo, I think it should be this thing. She was like, whatever, dude.
I'll be more than happy to take your survey if you just use my name at the beginning of each sentence when you speak to me.
Yeah, I told her like, look, you are. Can you send me a photo of you? Because if you do, and you're fat, I will never join the NRA ever again. You can't have fake fat chicks calling me, stuff like that. No, but seriously, she was super, like, phone sex chick, dude. Honestly, I think.
See, she was probably pissed when you didn't pick an option though, because she's like, I don't know anything about guns. I'm just paid $5 an hour to talk to people and click buttons.
No, that was the thing, is that she was like, well, wouldn't you like to donate like a small donation of $50? Because when they call you, it's always the ILA, right? It's not the NRA people. It's like this donation.
I'd be
thing.
willing to make a deposit.
So then I was like, hey, can you do me a favor though, and like look up my account, because I'm not even sure I'm still a member. I don't remember when it expired. I bought like a 3-year membership or something like that.
Keep her on the line.
She looked me, I kept her on the line, dude. And then I found out where she lived. No, then, so it turned out my shit expired like in the fucking summer, dude, like in August or something. So
thanks for not helping fight the fight.
it's like, well, I told her, does getting drunk on gun channels and screaming at fucking people count as, changing the paradigm? Because I'm changing that shit, man. Anyway,
Did you record this call?
did I do that? No, I did not. But anyway, so I renewed. I mean, I actually did renew. So that was cool.
I just find it interesting that the fucking NRA didn't even have the Hearing Protection Act as one of the options. Because that's, I think, national reciprocity is the feather in his cap. Like, that's what they're going to go for, which we've talked about before. Could be good, could not.
I think it'll be bad. I think the real hardcore ILA guys realize that that's not a good idea. Because if that happens, what'll happen is it'll be like Obamacare. Like, some states right now, or some states had cheaper healthcare, some states had extremely expensive healthcare, and and then when you do something on a national level, there'll be some sort of fucking compromise where it's like, okay, well, if we have to get national reciprocity, well, then every state has to do a class. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's just common sense, dude. Yeah.
Because here's the thing: when you bring up the fact of like, well, my Michigan driver's license allows me to drive in Illinois. It's like, yeah, but every state has at least some type of driving class and test. Therefore, they've decided, like, okay, we will accept all the other states' driving license because those people meet similar requirements to the people in our state. And so when you say, well, if your carry license works in one state, it should work in a different state, just like a driver's license works in all the states. They're going to come back and say, we'll do that, except every state has to meet a minimum requirement of either like training and testing. Because California is going to be sitting there going, I don't want to accept license from states who just give them to anyone who has $50. Even though those states have proven that there's not a problem with doing that, there's not a rash of gun crimes from concealed carry holders.
It's impossible.
But
to be honest,
yeah, so I do see that being some type of problem.
Well, what if it was a 2-state system? Let's say that for places that either don't charge or don't have a training requirement, they could maintain their state system. But if you wanted a national carry system, then you would need to take that class and pay that fee. So you could have one of two per either your permitless one, if you live in such a state, or a permit one, which would then give you federal rights.
Well, I mean, permitless state, yeah, that's just everyone get like it. It's not going to affect, constitutional carry states at all, because you don't need anything, to carry. But even in those states, you can still decide to, get a carry permit if you want, because sometimes it helps with other things. But I don't know. It's just I could see that because that's the whole reason why states like California. There's 10 of them: California, New York, Illinois, New Jersey, Massachusetts, blah blah blah. You know them. Hawaii. They don't accept anybody other states. They only accept resident license from their own state. California doesn't even accept New York license. It's like, shit, those are just as hard to get to in either of them. So why don't you guys at least at least do it between each other? Because if you're I don't know what to call it, but if you're elite enough to have a New York one, you should be elite enough to have a California one. So I don't know. It'd be okay if they do it. I guess I'd be like, well, that's kind of cool, but at the same time, I see the harm or the chance of harm more than the benefit. But I don't know. Anyways, like I said, and honestly, personally speaking, it doesn't affect me that much because Michigan's permit is accepted in 40 states, and that's basically the best you can do. We accept every other resident permit, and we're good in 40 out of the 50 states.
That's the only way you can get anybody to drive through Detroit.
Oh, maybe.
I'm just jazzing you.
Oh, that's fine. I don't mind. All right, I got the solar powered thingy. I'll let you know in 2 or 3 months how it works.
Solar power thingy. What are you talking about?
As free gift as a new member or returning champion.
Yeah, I renewed my NRA membership.
And I'm a member too now. Just joined up.
Did you do the cheap one though, or did you do the one where you actually get the magazine?
I did the cheap one. I don't read magazines.
Oh man, the American Rifleman's a pretty good magazine.
Eh,
It's weak.
they don't have AKs.
It's weak.
Sure.
No, I like it.
I
mean,
got it for a couple of years, and then I realized, and the only reason I was getting it was because I didn't realize I could get that's money that they don't need to spend on the stupid magazine. That I'd rather have go to the organization.
The magazines are already printed up, man. You either take yours or they throw it in the garbage.
Yep. Just put it.
You should have seen they sent me that range bag, and I wanted to fucking throw that in the garbage because that shit was such a piece of shit, dude.
Oh yeah, their gear is crap.
The gear that they sent me was probably worse than literally a paper bag. You've been better off putting your shit in a paper bag and being like, look at my shooting bag, my range bags.
There's this plastic bag from Walmart, and we have this hat. But the plastic bag would last twice as long as the hat.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking bad. I must say. I said to myself,
So that's why I don't have high hopes for this solar powered charger. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
No, I used to do the junior membership, right? Which was like no nothing, no merch, no magazine. And then the last time I did it, Dana, you might like this. This was digital. It was digital. So.
Oh, you can get the
Basically-
digital magazine?
Yeah, so basically, I don't get a magazine. It's like fucking no magazine, but it is what it is, man.
What
I like
I
it.
did opt for was the mailing list, where you get the examples of people who have had self defense encounters.
Hmm.
I forget what it's called. But it's in every magazine.
Yeah, it's just like that one page, Armed Citizens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always read those. And some of them, I don't know, some of them they're stretching a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
it's still defense, but it's like, oh, so and so like heard a noise in their garage, so they grabbed a gun and turned the light on, and the guy ran away. It's like, well, it's good he had the gun because maybe the guy might have attacked him when he turned the light on. But you know,
Well,
it was.
I look at that kind of story as there's always one person out there that for the first. What the hell is he doing?
He's in a tornado.
I just got attacked. It was a self-defense situation with a dog.
Hey man, I don't mean you no more.
Oh, you were
It was a
taking
small
off.
chihuahua. Oh, that shit happened to me again, dude. Someone was like, "I don't mean you no harm. I don't mean you harm." I was like, "Yo, I mean you harm. Please go in peace."
There's always that one person out there that doesn't realize that just because you pull your firearm doesn't mean you have to pull the trigger.
Nope, that's not what I heard in these chats. These chats say every time you do it, you gotta do
Well, yeah, you
something.
should pull it because you have the intent on their behavior. But if their behavior suddenly changes,
Right, exactly.
true.
And even legally speaking, I mean, I've seen stuff where they're talking about, self-defense things where it's like, someone's attacking you or whatever, and it's like, okay, you're legal to defend yourself, like at this point, and then like in a split second, it can change. Just like, okay, they have a knife or something, and it's like, all right, well, he has the ability, he has the opportunity because he's standing right next to you, and he has the intent because he said, hey, I'm going to stab you. Okay, great. All 3 check marks, you're legal to use self-defense. If in the process of you pulling the gun, he freaking throws the knife on the ground and, runs away or something, I don't know, whatever, does something, well, now he doesn't have the ability, the opportunity, the intent anymore. So you are not legal to do anything at that point. And I think those are some of the best stories, though, are the ones that end with, like, no one being shot.
yep. Or
On
Dad,
pansies.
it's little Jimmy. Whoops.
So that guy that should have got shot ends up going on to kill and rape
Shit.
countless other people.
I'm out here, man.
Well, maybe, but I mean,
Crippin',
a lot
homie.
I guess if you don't have to shoot, you don't have to shoot.
Not everyone has to crip. You know what I'm saying?
Who the fuck in here is the crab?
I'm a crab. All the way, Slobby. Hey, Slobby Dob. Oh, what the fuck?
Hey,
I just
nice
came in here
one
for the
with
voice shading.
You got
slob
the
ass,
red
slobby,
bandana on,
slobby.
dude.
Slobby.
He's a blood.
He's Suwoo. Suwoo to the Suwoo. Pyru Bloods. Oh,
Pyru
Pyru
slobs.
Bloods. Oh, Pyru Bloods.
I just came in here for the voice shaming.
I heard people were like, yo, Mr. Knives, like, you're a thug, like, why did you rob that old woman the other day? And you were like, I'm a product of my environment and stuff.
Nah, she tried to rob me.
I knew it, man.
Did anybody see this?
Oh, friend of mine. I was like, thugs are famous for snitching. You know what I'm saying?
Do that.
Because I'll tell you why. All they do is interact with police all the time, and they're like so comfortable with snitching on everybody that I'll tell you this. I told you guys. I told some of you guys this story because it pissed me off so much. My best friend, his little sister. Someone tried to rape his little sister, like at like a bar. I was about to say disco.
A discoteca?
Like at a bar, and a good Samaritan jumped in. This was in Washington, D.C. Anyway, I shouldn't even say that, but it was in Virginia, wherever the fuck it was. It was in L.A., wherever the fuck it was. So so someone tried to rape her and sexually assault her, pulled his dick out at the bar. Everything, like maybe near the bathroom. I forgot the whole story. So basically, a good Samaritan was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, chill. Like, you're trying to rape that girl or something." So the good Samaritan got beat up. He put him in the hospital. The guy of the was arrested later on. They made my best friend's sister press charges. Obviously beat up and put in the hospital. That those charges were more important than the attempted sexual assault, which I guess they had very little evidence of or something like that. They dropped those charges after she testified and stuff, and she testified about being a witness to the assault. So that happened, right? So the guy goes away for 9 months, or 10 months, or I think it was 9 months. And he found out her name from, I guess, the court paperwork, from her being a witness. And he contacted her while he was in the jail, in the county jail. He called her, would you like to accept a call from, this jail and stuff? And was saying crazy shit to her on the phone. Can you imagine? And threatening her and shit.
Well, I have a follow-up question. I'm just curious, why would somebody accept a call from a prisoner in jail?
I mean, yeah, she shouldn't even have accepted it. But even if she didn't, let's say she was getting those messages, so something else. He had a friend of his stop by her apartment too, which was crazy. So.
Is she able to get a restraining order?
Yeah, she's getting one right now because he's about to get out. He's getting out any day now. So she contacted whatever the victims' rights organization in her city. So then she had another strange thing happen. Was I guess one of his friends and said he was so it wasn't from the jail, and was like, "Hey, I'm just trying to give you a UPS package. Are you home right now?" And it was so shady, and it turned out to be, fake. You know what I mean? It was obviously the guy's friend. He's a gang member. So my best friend looked up his jail record, his arrest records. I guess it's all public records. And he's a felon, violent felon, carjacking, multiple armed robberies. He's just a real bad guy. So I just told him about this recently. And he lives in another state. So, but a few months ago, he told me, "Yo, I went to go visit my family and my sister. She took a class and she got her carried." And I was like, "Oh shit, that's crazy, dude." He's like, "Yeah, because she's totally a super liberal Democrat, right?" And she went and got her carry permit, and she bought a handgun. So this was months ago. So they didn't want to tell him because he's got a bad temper and shit. And over the holidays, they told him exactly what happened, and that the guy's getting out and blah blah blah. So she bought a SIG, one of those 238, the 9mm one, the 938. And I was wrong earlier because I said this is, total gun shop bullshit. But she's carrying it unloaded, empty chamber, hammer down, in her purse, with no holster. And
Oh,
yeah. So when my friend who's like, I literally argued with him for about a year to carry with a rounding chamber. So finally he's squared away and he's carrying with a rounding chamber and he's totally comfortable with it. And everything's fine for him. So that's great. So he started dealing with his sister and she's like, I don't give a fuck. I can get to it. I can rack the slide. I can pull back the slide. And he's like, yeah, but if your hands are sweaty and you need two hands and you need a fucking holster because something could get into your into the barrel, like a fucking Tic Tac or something. You know what I mean? I don't know, like a fucking a Sturts or I don't know.
well, you get caught on the trigger and it could go off while still in her purse.
Well, no, she's carrying an empty chamber, so hammer down. Those little SIGs are
yeah.
Those little SIGs are they're 1911s. They literally are little mini 1911s. So hammer down, safety off, empty chamber, and no holster. And he was arguing with her since Christmas. I guess he was there Christmas to New Year's. This is ridiculous. You should have bought a Glock. You should have told me. I didn't know what the fuck when you showed me that gun. I was like, oh, cool. She bought a gun, but who cares? And now you're telling me you got a violent one who's stalking you. She just moved out of her apartment and had to move to another apartment because the guy knows her address. It was crazy town. But anyway, so he told me this story, and I was like, dude, honestly, I'm sick of fucking guys at gun shops. Hey, what gun do you want? This is perfect for you. And these, and then she's like, oh, the guy at the gun shop told me that's fine. I could carry, this empty gun like this. But it turned out she picked that gun out. So she actually went to the gun shop, looked at all the guns, and that's the one she picked out. And I just told him, dude, I hate to say this, but dude, if anything happened, the chances are the guys are going to take that gun from her and shove it up her fucking ass, dude. I'm sorry. She'll never get to it. No, yeah, exactly. If she gets to it, she'll be fumbling with it.
Yep.
And then even if she did have a chance, two-handed, you need two hands. Then you need to not fumble and drop it. Then you need to make sure your finger's not pressed hard on the trigger when you do rack the slide. Because I'm not even sure, but you know what I mean? Come on, dude. Yeah. It's the worst possible case. So then it gets better.
For women to drop their purse, which is what's required.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was crazy.
Not set it down on the ground, drop it.
Yep.
Well, I don't want my, Louis Vuitton to get scraped up, or it's snowy outside, or
screaming and yelling at him shut the fuck up. I know what I'm talking about. I the guy at the gun shop said this, and this is the gun I picked out. This is what I wanted. Just whatever, man. So I just told him I think Ruger LCR, Glock 42, Glock 43, Shield, whatever the fuck, in a quality holster with around the fucking chamber would be way better off, man. And I just wish sometimes I did work at a gun shop because that's not the first time I've heard that shit. I took my mom to a gun shop years ago, and some old Marine dude with his hat, his that Vietnam veteran hat.
Yep.
Was showing her the car. I was showing her all these guns without safeties because I figured I don't want her getting tied up with switches and shit.
Yep.
And he pulls out this fucking SIG, and it's pretty, and it's whatever, and he's like, "This is what your mom needs. This is what you need, ma'am. This is the one." And I'm like, dude, this has got a safety on it. She's, I don't know if she's gonna carry with a. That's the other thing about any kind of mini 1911 clone. When you rack that round in there and you're a total novice and you're totally not into guns and shit, and then there's a slight second before you put the thumb safety on where it's danger, you get this ooh, you get a little, a little nervous in the beginning, I think. You know what I mean? At least I did.
Well,
And it's unnerving to have the hammer back and then putting that little thumb safety on. And that's not for everybody, you know. At least when you rack around in with a Glock, you know, I'm like, hey, it's like a snake. You know what I mean? Like it's ready to bite.
well, you know, and that's why from when I first started carrying, I carried a striker fired, no safety gun from the get-go. Because it's just something that if you start getting used to it, you will start convincing yourself that it's fine, that it's okay, that it's good, it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, safe for you. For who? Safe for your attacker that you won't get it out in time or won't deploy it fast enough?
Yeah. Agreed. So anyway, we had that conversation, and then his dad has an old Ruger, like a decock version, the decocker P95 or whatever it is.
Yep.
And he's another one. He's just like, he was trying to show his dad how to use that gun. And man, no way, you know. He didn't want to decock it. He didn't want to do that stuff. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, it's like, you know, there's a reason that they don't have more than one on and off switch on your lamp.
Yep. It's sad. I'm just like, wow, what can you do? Because if anyone needs one now, I think it's her. You know, this
Yeah.
poor girl. She's like 28 years old. You know, her boyfriend is an absolute snowflake. You know what I mean? Like a total fucking you know, wuss. And he's just he would literally just watch that. He would watch something happen and then go kill himself, that kind of guy.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying I know that guy. And yeah, it's just fucked up.
Well, hopefully he will never have to need it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But,
I agree. So he had to convince her to get the fucking.
The best scenario.
He had to convince her to get the restraining order because literally the fucking family was like, well, you know, we don't want to do anything to like
make him angry.
Exactly, like total victim fucking mentality, man. Like, yeah, it's crazy. And he was screaming at them like he's calling you from prison. Like he doesn't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Even the restraining order. I think I was Googling that shit. Like, they rarely do anything. If a woman feels that some man is about to kill her and she goes and gets the restraining order, you know, chances are the motherfucker isn't gonna care. You know.
Well, especially if he has his fellow gangsters able to go out and do his bidding, they're going to harass her and terrify her and make her life a living hell on his behalf.
Yeah, see that,
and then he'll never violate the TRO.
Well, and the thing with the restraining orders, I feel like those are good for like, I don't know, like kind of threats or whatever. Like if someone's really literally like trying to kill you or something, then it's not going to work. But if you have like, you know, a crazy ex who calls you at work every day or whatever, like those work on those people because they're mostly good people, but they're, you know, like that's where you see it the most is like, you know, ex, like once you break up or get divorced or something, like that's when they work because the people are mostly normal. They just are like a little crazy over the breakup or something. And they're probably not likely to actually, you know, kill you as much as just harass the shit out of you.
Right.
But
Right.
someone who's, this guy sounds like, I mean, he's obviously
he's a gang member.
more
Yeah,
than that. So
bad
I'm
news,
sure he
yeah.
doesn't care about the restraining order.
No. Exactly.
No.
Oh, so here's what I was talking about snitching. This is what made me think about this shit again. My friend's brilliant idea was he was going to contact the guy, like as soon as he gets out, like figure out his telephone number, his address from public record shit. Yeah, and then try to be like, you better leave my sister alone, motherfucker. You know, if you know what's good for you. And he don't even sound that intimidating. So I told him, like, dude, what the fuck do you think? You think a guy who just did a year in prison a gang member, armed felon, armed carjacker dude, is going to give a fuck what you say anyway. Number two, and number two is you don't think he's going to instantly call his parole officer and be like, yo, this girl's fucking brother just called me and threatened me? Like, of course he's gonna.
Yeah, because that's the thing. They know how the system works a hell of a lot better than law-abiding people know how the system works.
Exactly. Yep.
One of the many things that gang members love to do is to get in old-fashioned fistfights. So yeah, come on over. You go ahead and threaten me.
Right. And I told him, like, dude, he doesn't know you. He does, he literally, doesn't sound very intimidating. He'd have to say something so crazy on the phone to like even make the guy think, like, second get, like, like something like, I'll chop your head off and fucking, send it to your mother, you piece of, something so off the wall that maybe he'd be like, But if he's like, stay away from my sister or else I'll get, like, dude, he's not going to.
I think only if he actually knew an actual name that most 99% of the people didn't know from that other world would he ever get any attention.
Yeah.
Like, I'll have, Vino have a little chat with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice and simple, nice and calm.
Yeah, it's very, very sketchy. I don't know what to tell him. So anyway, basically, someone else told him, like, that would have been the worst fucking thing you could have done.
Oh, yeah. These are not people that want to have a chat.
Mm-mm. These are people who aren't scared of you. And they're, you know what I mean? Like, they really wouldn't be.
There's, they see that there's only two types of people, predators and prey. And that's it.
Yep.
What'd you get there, Ralph?
Just a wooden dowel.
Why are you playing with your doll?
Because it beats the dongle.
I'm on my desktop right now, so no dongle.
No dongle.
I thought you beat it with cowbells.
This I used to use this as a tool to change a shifter on my old bus. Good times.
So that's a shifter.
No, I used old Volkswagen van. I needed somebody to hold the thing so I could put the screws on it, and somehow I found that this was the precise length that had to be to hold everything while I got inside the van and did what I had to do. So I kept this. I don't have the van anymore, but the dowel's still here. It came in handy. It's a nice tone. Hi, everybody. So,
Hey, Raph, how's that AK?
Krakow has the professional, which is Leon the Professional. I think this is the European version.
Uh-oh.
AK is fine, but it's 2 hours and 49 minutes. Is that right?
What are you watching?
Well, I'm just checking out the Professional.
What's the premise of that movie?
Leon the Professional.
Okay. What's the premise of Leon the Professional?
Well, that's the one where that French dude has this girl who becomes Natalie Portman makes an explosive screen debut in a film busting with spectacular action, sharp wit, and big heart. A hitman and a young girl orphan, a drug violence form an unusual bond. It's an hour and 49 minutes. There are two versions of it. One is the European one, which has them developing a very unusual friendship, which makes American audiences cringe a little, so they chopped off that. So this is just the professional. I'm not sure which is the European version and which is the American. Hoping somebody out
I was
there.
gonna say I'm pretty sure the the American one is the professional, and the European one is called Leon.
Yeah.
Because he's not quite so professional.
No, it was a cool movie though.
It's a little bit more pervy.
Yeah, it was the proverbial. Leon.
It's
the
free,
pedo.
but has commercials.
Leon the pedo.
So that's one of the movies I'm gonna see one of these days. So I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Matt is having his chat tonight.
Yeah, is it now?
No, in 50-something minutes.
Oh, well, okay. Cool indeed.
I also wanted to see the Conan series, and they used to have them, but I don't know where they went.
So I should charge my phone up if I'm going to jump in a match shit. Because my phone is on death mode.
Don't you have an extension cord where you can just plug it into your phone and talk at the same time?
Yeah, but then I can't walk around and do my laundry and stuff like that. Clean up my apartment and stuff. Doing other stuff. Went to my car just now while I was talking to you guys. Cleaned out the garbage car. I'm doing laundry right now. All types of good stuff.
Living the life.
Oh my God, yeah, it's multitasking. I'm going to do the dishes in a second.
The life of unlimited data.
Oh yes, you know it, my man. They're going to, one day AT&T is going to send the professional to my house.
Leon.
They fucking kill my ass.
Or they'll just do like what they did to my buddy and just cancel your contract. And then
They've
he's
tried,
like,
dude. It's been
what
so
the hell?
long,
And they're
dude.
like, oh, didn't you want to upgrade to the one that has 2 gigs of data per month? He's like, no, I did not want to change my contract to that. What the fuck? Give me back the old one. And they're like, oh, that doesn't exist anymore. Sorry.
Yeah.
And there's nothing. I mean, what are you gonna do? There's nothing you can really.
That's where
do
you get a
about
lawyer.
that. Oh, come on! You're gonna get a lawyer over a cell phone? I mean,
Come on, bro.
it'll cost you more than.
They canceled the service. You know that's.
Well, they didn't cancel his service. They changed his plan from the unlimited data plan to the family plan with 4 gigs a month or some shit. And he's like, "What the hell? I never wanted to change my plan." And they were like, "Yeah, well, you only use a couple gigs a month, so I mean, you have plenty of data." And he's like, "Yeah, but you used to have unlimited." I mean, did they do some shenanigans? Sure. Are you gonna fucking fight Verizon in court with all their gazillion-dollar lawyers? Come on.
But with companies like that, they typically have a internal arbiter or ombudsman that will, instead of going to court to save everybody money, try to resolve the issue.
I'm sure that somewhere there's a little fine print that says we can change our minds to take you off our plan anytime we want to.
Well, like I said, no, they just basically went with, well, I thought you wanted to upgrade your plan to this, family one. And he's like, no, I never said that. And they're like, oh, sorry, we thought you did. And what are you going to do? I don't know how you prove that you didn't go and tell them to change your plan.
Yeah, there's a huge number of people who are grandfathered in exactly like that. So it's not like that's a super rare thing. Hey, finished
There we
my
go.
first.
Now I got some
2000
fucking over. All right, get him. Cool.
How many?
Ugh. My chest feels.
Do.
You know what? I was watching Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and it wasn't as bad as I thought I remembered. Not a bad movie.
Was that the first one or the second one?
Second one
Oh, okay.
with the little kid,
Yeah,
the little Chinese kid.
that wasn't so bad. I didn't get really bad until Crystal Skull. I just turned that shit off. I couldn't even watch that shit.
That was garbage.
Yeah, that's Temple of Doom. Yeah, I thought that was awesome. The Last Crusade was good.
Yeah, The Last Crusade was good. But
I
the
guess I'm gonna
Kingdom
charge
of
my
the Crystal
phone.
Skull.
No, I didn't see that. I like turned it on. It was like 5 seconds in, and I shut that shit off. I was like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah,
Something was weird. I think when he launched himself into a fucking refrigerator to like stop the nuclear holocaust from happening to his face, I was like, okay. And then the refrigerator launched like 1,000 feet in the air
Mm-hmm.
and then bounced around, and he got out like it was nothing.
Yep.
I don't remember that being like a part of Indiana Jones. Like it was never that crazy far fetched, man.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess I'm gonna charge my phone for a little bit because I gotta take my dog for a walk. I'll be back.
See you later. You called him Dr. Jones.
Oh man.
They have all the Lethal Weapon movies on Hulu.
I saw the last one like last week.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like it at all.
That'd be Lethal Weapon 4. Wow, I've never seen that one.
Not worth it.
No. I don't think I've seen 2 or 3 or 4. I think I stopped at 1. Yeah, I was watching because they put them on. I was watching Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is I think the best, and I saw Temple of Doom, which is not bad. I think that it's because I saw Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and compared to that one, it makes Temple of Doom look a whole lot better.
Last Crusade.
Yeah, Last Crusade is almost as good as Raiders of the Lost Ark.
It was better. That Sean Connery. How about the fact when he went over the cliff with the tank, and all they saw was they thought he'd lost him, and it's like I thought I'd lost you, boy. And he's like, now come on, let's go. Without letting him get a breath of fresh air, let's go find that. Find the Holy Grail. It's like, wow, you're a wonderful father.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that they're close together. They're and that's saying a lot because I really like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
They're that good. And then Temple of Doom is a little lower. And way at the bottom, subterranean level, is Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. The quest for the Grail is a fight between good and evil. And in this sort of race, there is no medal for coming up second. It's a bad Sean Connery. And the River Phoenix thing was cool too. You got to see where the dog, the Cross of Coronado. Hmm. But Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark has that face melting thing. That was pretty cool.
So when do you get to fire that thing?
I hope this weekend, finally. I'm a member of my gun range.
Mm-hmm.
Got my card.
So what? You just need to save up some money, or what?
Time. Weekends and weekdays are pretty busy.
I thought you said this time of year was really slow.
Well, you remember when I helped my dad get hearing aids?
Yeah.
Well, he hated them badly. The next day, it was the 31st. I had to find this. We had to go to the store where he got the hearing aids from because he wanted to return them immediately. Hated them. Couldn't figure them out. So they were closed. We had to go to Sam's Club. Sam's Club because I wanted something. Sam's Club helped him figure that it wasn't the batteries on the hearing aid that were bad because I thought they were. Anywho, I lost the whole day in the hearing aids, just that day.
Okay.
Then I had to work the next day. And he finally returned them yesterday because he didn't like them, and they were too expensive. They were $3,200 for hearing aids, and he doesn't want them enough now.
Well, you know, they do come in different prices for different, basically, physical sizes.
Yeah, and he thought he was getting scammed because he has a little bit of hearing on this side and nothing at all on this side. So what they sold him were two machines, one that captures sound from this side and sends it over to this side. So he thought he was getting scammed because if he has the hearing on this side, he should just get one. So,
Well, good luck trying to educate him on how the human body works.
you know, you met him.
Yeah, that's why I said good luck.
So,
I mean,
so he was, well, you made me buy these things. And I said, I did not say anything at all about you buying that. You just realized that you needed them.
yeah.
Because he was saying that he needed them. I'm just saying, yeah, you do need them, especially if you do things like cross the street and want to know that cars are coming.
Hearing conversations in your own language.
Right? Or listening to TV at a level that everybody in the whole neighborhood can't hear it, or, you know, loud enough so the neighbors can hear. But 2 days in that, or 3, or actually more, because I had to take him to the doctor. So luckily he got his money back. But that's just a sample. Oof. And another day we lost on the television. And he might be right on this one, but he bought this Spanish package, and for some reason the channels aren't coming in. So he's been, we gotta get the machine and switch it over. So I took the machine out back, and there was a fur ball in there, like a roll of cat hair. I was rolling from one side to the other. So that might have been doing something wrong, something to the TV, so he couldn't see his favorite channels.
Yeah.
So we had to. It's just, yeah.
One thing after
So I've been. Yeah. Oh, Rob, DF2 doesn't know that I have an AK. Yeah. Yeah, I have an AK. Someday I'm gonna get to fire it. What? I got ammo too. So, and now this weekend, my dad wants to see my brother-in-law in Jacksonville. So I'm going to get a little bit of range time for something, I hope.
You can always get him a bus ticket.
He won't do that. God knows I've tried. I don't know if I told you about my brother-in-law's problems.
Well, we
might-
certainly don't want to go through with them on the air.
Yeah, well, just long story short, cancer. So he is right that we have to visit, sort of. I don't know if he really wants to see us.
No. And,
Life gets in the way.
and there's part of, you know, respecting somebody else's wishes.
Yeah, and it's his house.
Yeah, and if he's not up for it,
Yeah.
or just that's if anything, if you might not have a lot of time left, it's his time to spend with as he chooses.
Right. And it's his,
And if he wants to do it alone, then let him do it alone.
and I told him my sister needs to spend time taking care of him. And if my dad is there, it's a distraction.
Yes. As well as he may not like being seen in a weakened condition.
Right. That's what I told my mom. It's like, if you had problems like that, would you want visitors?
You know, first of all, you feel sick as it is.
Yep.
And then, you know, depending on what's going on, you may have had a surgery or two.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, it's not like you're all up for entertaining people.
Yep.
I would not want to have all sorts of people over there.
Yeah.
But that's where, I understand the phone issue, but things like a phone call, a written letter can say, I know you're not up for a visit, but I wanted to write you this letter to let you know that I'm thinking about you, that sort of thing.
Yeah, we communicate. Well, they call them a lot, almost every day, I think. And I ask, how are they doing? Do they want us over there, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any particular area in this weapon that I need to lubricate? I got the bolt.
I since the camera is just a little bit on the dark side, I can describe it to you in general, but I would suggest watch maybe just a couple of videos where they show you with a bright light. But basically, there's the rails that the bolt rides in. You know how the bolt goes back and forth in the frame? Well, there's rails there on both sides, the left side and the right side. Okay? Well, those rails, because you got metal touching metal, people usually put a very thin amount of grease, like white lithium grease on it, not oil, grease.
Right.
In those rails. And then the bolt itself, of course, the part that the bolt is that is also riding with those rails needs just a little touch of grease, and I mean very thin.
Right.
And then the rest of the outside bolt, just put a very thin amount of oil, gun oil, like your Rem oil, that kind of thing. And that's it.
Okay, cool.
So your bolt carrier group, the outside of that gets all Rem oil. The little bolt that comes out of the bolt carrier, that gets Rem oil.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rails of the frame, and then the rails of the bolt carrier group get the grease. But just, again, thin.
Okay. I'll watch a video.
Yeah, I can describe it to you in words, but a decent video, a picture can make it a lot more clear.
Yeah.
That spring, that doesn't need, there's nothing to do.
Nothing.
Yeah. You'll when you're done, after you shoot it and when you go to put it away, you'll want to take run some cleaner and lubricant down your barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Just I don't know what kind of barrel that it has, but just to keep it clean, and also oil is always a good rust preventative.
Yeah, I'm sure this is not chrome line.
Okay, yeah, then you definitely, and again, it doesn't have to be dripping in oil. I mean, literally just a thin coating of oil.
Okay. Yay.
And it's your preference as far as whether you want to use a traditional, like for the barrel, whether you want to use a cleaning rod with a patch or whether you want to use a snake bore or bore snake.
Bore snake is like a rope.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's kind of like a rope, and it has some brass bristles on it that scrape the inside of your barrel when you're pulling it through. It gets the carbon and any unburnt powder off.
Yeah, I'll have to get something after I use it. I only have a pistol cleaning kit.
Yeah. Well, as far as as far as this weekend, I mean, you could just put oil in those rails for now.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, you will want to get, and you don't have to get a lot. Get the smallest container you can find of white lithium grease, high temperature.
I could probably. I think I might have some because I've used it before.
Yeah, and it's used a lot in automobiles.
Yeah, that's why.
It's also referred to as high temperature bearing grease.
Sure.
So it's made for high temperature applications.
Yeah, I might have some outside somewhere. I've used some on doors, old car doors.
Yep, it can be used for a couple of things. It's not a good penetrating oil. And that's where what I like to do is I like to put a little bit on the edge of a Q-tip because my fingers are too big. But if I put some on the edge of a Q-tip, then I can get it in the rails a lot better because it's a little tiny rail spot. And if I use my fingertip, then I won't get any in there. But whatever you got that gets it in there doesn't really matter. You don't have to buy special things.
Yeah. Yeah, I cleaned some of the handgun because I had some alcohol and some Q-tips already.
Right.
I was watching a video and I said, well, I have some of that. I have some of that. He had a toothbrush and I had a pack of toothbrushes, so I sacrificed one to the gun.
Yep. Well, I always collect old toothbrushes. I don't throw them away. I keep them. And I use them for cleaning the sink. I use them for cleaning the car. I mean, not the same ones. And I have one dedicated to my, that's one. That's a brass brush.
No, this is just plastic.
Oh, okay. But with that handle,
brass on one side. And
they also have ones that are brass.
Yep.
And then they have ones that are steel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'll just give you a cautionary tale about using the steel one, is that it will remove the paint, the steel one. So that's why you want to stick with the brass.
Yeah, I have one over there that has both sides. One has nylon and brass.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And on the outside, you're really just using the plastic part because you don't want to scrape it up.
Mm-hmm. How do I keep the metal parts on the outside from rusting? Just Rem oil?
I mean, you can if you want, but is that the paint, as long as the paint is not worn off, the paint will not allow rust to begin.
All right. Cool.
Now, if there's a surface where the paint is gone or worn off, you may want to put just a touch of that Rem oil stuff, but I mean, just a small touch.
Okay.
But the outside, because you're wiping it down just for general cleaning purposes, it's unlikely that the outside's going to ever get rusty because you're going to see it right away anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to say, what's that? And you're going to take your little Rem oil wipe and you're going to wipe it off, and that'll be the end of that. And you'll be all done. But just the three key areas are the rails, the bolt, and the barrel.
This is the tricky part for me with getting that
I'm getting that in.
button.
Yeah, it's a lot of times I get the front end, and you almost have to take the palm of your hand and smack it down hard into place. Some go on easier than others.
Mm-hmm. This is the others.
But if you try to be gentle, it's not going to want to go on. Sometimes it's a matter of rather than forward, it's more of a down measure.
Yeah. Hmm.
Then not wanting to go in for you.
Nope.
I mean, if you want, I can try to get mine out to give you a little demo.
It's gone. It's in.
Oh, you got it.
It's
Okay.
a matter of
Yes. And I guarantee you will get better over time.
yeah, definitely. The first time I did this, it took me half an hour.
Because with AKs, you're never gentle with an AK. You're always hitting it hard. It's where other guns may require you to be gentle, an AK requires you to be hard. Smack it around. Yep.
Evil thing.
So, what was were you gonna, how were you planning on testing the magazines that you bought? Or were you going to test them?
I got one of each. I got a Tapco and the Croatian mag, and have one of these things.
Okay. So you have 2 box magazines and a drum?
Well, I have more of the Croatian mags. I have a lot of them.
Oh, okay.
They were on sale. And
What I was going to say is one way of, so because you don't want to test them with 1,000 rounds. But
No.
one way that you can test them with less rounds is simply to put in like 3 or 4 bullets into each one.
Yeah.
And I mean, you'll be changing magazines fairly often, but fire your 3 or 4 bullets. If everything works good, then you know that magazine is probably good to go, and then you go to the next magazine. Fire 3 or 4 bullets. If it all works, because it's usually, does it feed right? And on that very last round, is the spring strong enough to push the last round up into the chamber?
mm-hmm.
Because as they get older, the springs tend to get worn out, and they may not want to get that 30th round up into the chamber. But if you put, like I said, three or 4 rounds in it, as long as it gets them all up in there and they feed normally, you know you've got no issues. the other is bring a roll of like masking tape with you when you go to the range, and any magazines that like have an issue or you have a difficulty with, put a piece of tape on it, and with a Sharpie marker, write a number on it. Like so that you know anything that has tape on it and a number was a magazine that had a problem. Then when you get home, you can open up that magazine and see, is there dirt on the inside? What's going on? And because you're numbering them, you know which one had which problem. Like, did it not feed any of the bullets, or did it just not feed the very last one?
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And I've never had a drum, so I don't know what to tell you about that, other than I'm assuming that you know, at least put a handful in there and do at least the same thing. As well as unless you've already have you loaded up your drum yet?
It's loaded, but it's not on the tension. I can take them out.
Okay. Okay, so you're already familiar with how to use it then.
Yeah, I've read the manual.
Okay, cool. Now, are you going to do that on the same day, or maybe 2 different days?
I'm really more interested in this because this is used, and I really want to know if it works.
Well, your other one is used too. It's just it's a parts kit.
Well, it was put together, and
right, but it's not. They aren't all new parts.
Yeah,
some of them are new. Some of them are used. Imagine if you bought a parts kit automobile.
Yeah. Oh, I've done it.
And say, well, this is. It's not a Chevy. It's not an Oldsmobile. It's a General Motors.
Mm-hmm.
If you bought that kind of car, wouldn't you want to test it?
Yeah, I've done that.
Because it's got Chevy parts, it's got Oldsmobile parts, it's got Pontiac parts.
I've done that. One time I put together my Beetle engine, and that weekend I drove it to Tennessee.
Wow.
That was the test drive.
Now, did you do that all on your own?
I did. I had help.
Okay.
When the thing wasn't working right, I put it all together. I took that thing apart 4 or 5 times to make it run right.
Yeah.
Then I took it to Tennessee.
Yeah, because I could not do that by myself.
No, I couldn't either.
And that's an example. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It was okay. Now you do that, and I go work over here.
Mm-hmm. But still, you got familiar enough with it. You at least, as a minimum, you learned how it goes together and how it comes apart.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, especially apart.
Yeah.
And you every nut and bolt in there.
Now, have you had the opportunity to do a field strip of your pistol?
Yeah, that I've took it apart and cleaned it all up and wondered if everything is right, because I can take it apart.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, if it dry fires correctly, it should be just fine.
I'm worried about this spring.
Why?
Is it too long? Is this the correct length?
No, that's a different style. There's what's called a captured recoil spring, and there's an uncaptured spring. That's an uncaptured spring. That's how most springs were until, I don't know, maybe the late 1970s, early 1980s was when they started changing to a captured spring. So yeah, that's the kind of spring you have. That recoil spring is perfectly normal. That's what I had on my 1911. was that kind of spring. It was a different size spring.
Mhm.
But it had a guide rod that went right through the center, and that extra spring part was that's sticking out there is so that when it's in its normal position, it provides some resistance to the slide. Otherwise, your slide would just flop backwards and forwards. That spring is what provides the resistance when you take the top and you rack the slide. That spring is what's giving you resistance. So that's perfectly normal.
Yeah, I can take it apart and put it together.
But so you do have that oiled, that gun?
Yeah,
Full?
oiled and
Okay.
cleaned up.
And like I said, I mean, you don't have to go with the fancy oils. I mean, you can just do the rum oil or whatever you choose.
Ram oil. This guy was using Ballistol and some Wilson Combat lubricating something goo.
Yeah. Yeah, some people go all goo over the oils. But I have found, and it, as well as I've seen, what I'll call old timers who have used very basic oils for many decades and not had any issues at all.
It's good to know, because it basically, it looks like a simple design and everything looks like it will work. But
Well, like right now, first of all, is the gun unloaded?
unloaded, of course.
Okay.
There's no magazine, and it's
And you check the chamber.
yeah, there's nothing in there.
Okay, so if you put the safety in the off position, rack the
off.
slide all the way to the back, and then slingshot it forward, let it go, and if you pull the trigger, what does it go? Snap.
Yep.
And it should work fine.
At least for the first round. Let's hope that.
Well, yeah.
There are no-
Well, the bullet itself, the energy from the bullet, some of that energy is going to be transferred to the slide, and that's what pushes the slide backwards, which ejects the casing and then picks up the next bullet.
Hmm. This part has me confused. As this bar sits on this little ledge.
Yep.
That's all it does, right?
Yep.
That is crazy.
Because again, that spring is what's providing the resistance between the barrel and the front of the gun.
For a while, I thought that I had done something wrong here. And it just sits there.
Yeah. Now, if you turn the slide level for a moment, not upside down. No. Okay. Now turn it upside down. Okay. Notice how that rod is parallel to the slide.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it's supposed to be. That's how you know you have it in the right notch.
Hmm.
If it was for some reason angled down or angled up, it would not be on the right little ledge.
Hmm.
So I can tell from your camera it's in the correct ledge. But I do understand, it is your first, and I was nervous with my first.
Yeah. Because I was expecting this to ride on something beefier or sturdy or be caught like over here on this thing. Not just sitting there.
There's also, once that you put the slide on the frame, there's really no place for that to go. I mean, it can't go up, it can't go down, it can't go left, it can't go right. It can only go backwards and forwards.
Wow. Fascinating, as Spock used to say.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go make myself a little snack or something.
Thank you,
I will
Daniel.
catch you later, Ralph. Yep. You have a good one.
You too.
And if I don't speak to you before your big day, enjoy the weekend, hopefully.
I hope so.
Okay. Adios.
Adios. Oh. Never Enough Mammo will be on in a few minutes. Yeah, Ballastol. I'm gonna get some of that maybe. Toya. I got a toothbrush. Definitely. Thank you, Moon. Maybe. Good Sean Connery. Yeah, I looked for Ballastol, but I didn't have any at the store. I'm going to another store, though, tomorrow. Maybe. Ooh, tomorrow. I have some time off tomorrow. Put everything back to where it belongs. There it goes. Over there later on. Put my AK back in its case. Midway USA. Weighs a lot. Targets. Hello. It's cool. Just anywho, Matt's about to start, so guess nobody's gonna be here. I'm gonna watch TV. I don't know what Matt's talking about today. Lethal Weapon. Two tough cops. One carries a lethal weapon, the other is one. Teamed as unlikely partners in a highly unusual case. Zoolander 2, the Magnum Edition. Well, I'm gonna say bye to all of you guys. Night all.